Hey everybody, I'm plumb exhausted, so we're playing Black Mesa because I understand this game. Howdy, OCDE, their boy Stefano, the Fish, Chomp Slap, Brian, Urinal, and Cowboy Preston. Howdy, howdy. Let's see if I remember how to leave here. I don't remember how to get out of here. There's like a specific way I need to go, and I don't remember.
These graphics are just horrible. It looks like a PlayStation 1.
It doesn't have much in regard to a classic like Sonic Adventure or its wonderful sequel. Guess what it's called? Sonic Adventure 2.
Battle.
No, that's for the
How
fucking...
come when they brought,
That's for the GameCube, you fucking asshole.
When they brought the GameCube version in, they called the first one Adventure Deluxe.
I don't like that one.
That has lighting issues.
Yeah, lighting issues. They changed some of the things.
I can't believe I will never play a remake or update of Sonic Adventure. By the way, we're gonna play Black Mesa today, which is a wholly original game and not a remake of anything at all.
How did they get away with that? Just
Has Valve
people.
not sued them? This is why Valve cannot count to 3. They're too busy remaking 1 and 2.
I'm gonna email
Mike Tyson game reviews. Urinal Shitter says Mike Tyson game reviews. This is a very unenjoyable game. I do not enjoy it very much.
Oh, if they put me in a video game someday.
That's a very effeminate Tyson.
Well,
Mike Tyson and my
how much I can't do a list without it sounding effeminate. I'm sorry, it's all I got.
I used to do so many Tyson impressions. I don't think I'm allowed to anymore.
Oops,
but
I just
Jay
hurt
Leno
myself.
sounded.
You know what? I deserve a whoopsie daisy for that one.
I just picked a whole bouquet of whoopsie daisies.
What the hell's my hotkey for the damn... Oh, there it is. No, I had it right.
That voice infected me. You're totally right. Oh, cool. One of your Hellbent friends just followed me. Animator for Chambers will voice your stuff for free. Oh, cool. Name is JFJ. Is that guy cool?
Yeah, he's cool.
Oh, that's the guy. That's the guy, isn't it? From the thing.
Yeah.
That's cool. Cool. Neat. Anyway, I uploaded a movie today, and I saw that a lot of you guys saw it, and it makes me really happy that you did, and Hellbent promoted it. It made me very happy. I left a fucking glitch in the movie, and it's completely my fault, and there's no way to fix it. I think it's really funny. That's all,
After
everybody.
all that time?
Well, yeah, and it's because I did the shot in Premiere, and I used that motion smoothing thing, and then it, like, glitched one frame to the side. And then I rendered it 6 builds later, and they had fixed the glitch by then, and they're like, oops, I guess now that you moved 1 frame over, we're just gonna keep it there, so the car rolls backwards. It's like, thanks.
You should have double checked.
I should have double checked. Yeah. Things can't all be so perfectly planned out like these streams. What's cool about doing streams and stuff like this is that they're such easy cheese to make. Like, once you get the workflow, it's like a multi-cam
Says the guy
sitcom
doesn't
where
do
you're like,
it.
cut. What? No, I'm saying what yours is
the
doing
thing about
better.
animation
Oh,
is that it's really easy to do. Because you just draw on the pixel, and you make the pixel go...
I'm Hellbent. The best thing about animation is that they take years and years and years to make. I'm
not saying this is easy myself, but it's like you're going,
no,
McDonald's is a really easy job to work. Because you just go there and you fry the french fry.
It is totally an easy job to work. Are you kidding me?
You go there. It's so easy. I almost called you a really derogatory term.
Jesus Christ. Calm down.
I'm not even that defensive over streaming. It's just,
I know.
It's
no.
It's like somebody watching somebody dig a ditch. You go, that's not hard.
I know.
That guy must have not gone to school.
No.
It's like, what the fuck?
I will let Brian finish his sentence. This is digging a ditch. Hellbent said streaming is digging a ditch.
I didn't say hardly anything. Ryan's
No,
here
I'm saying.
holding onto the microphone with a death grip, and then I say one retort, and he's like, "Oh, man, you're taking up all the screen time."
So, this is definitely easier than making animation for a year because you could just put it out, and that's really cool. Your failure rate can be higher because you'll say something stupid like I do, but I like that better than making a movie for a year and still making mistakes.
I mean, this is no insult to you, but if you did this, I guarantee you would get a conduct of service ban within about 2-3 months. And you'd be like, man, streaming's hard. They don't even tell you what you're allowed to say. They absolutely tell you what you're allowed to say.
You know why I'd get it? Because people would be watching my stuff. YouTube would be like, ooh, a fresh channel with new ideas.
I didn't know I couldn't just read the Anarchist Cookbook, and people, I mean, it's a book.
It's a book. I thought it would encourage people to read.
Did you know books are a classical way of learning? YouTube, perhaps you could open one up. In fact, on page 18 of the Antarctic Cookbook.
I don't think you're allowed to say what the Antarctic Cookbook. It's really cold in Antarctica. You must cook at a slower temperature to rise.
You mistitle it, you get a bunch of crazy people really hyped up for your stream. It's like, Antarctica, it is negative 19 degrees Celsius. What the fuck?
The Antarctic's Cookbook.
Yes.
Penguins are very difficult to raise and farm. However, you will get the best meat from them. If you can hunt down a polar bear. And then it's like at the end, it's like, also here's how to make explosives. It's just also in there.
Here's how to fight the government.
Yeah.
In case you're in Antarctica and the Antarctic government is giving you some business.
Oh no, I definitely couldn't stream like you. I think I'm also on a good day 75% entertaining out of 100.
It's not about being entertaining, it's definitely about consistency. Like, you gotta get on here on your worst day. Well, you don't have to, but it's encouraged.
This is not a great day for me, but I'm trying. I'm trying to be entertaining.
Oh! Welcome to Hamburger Hill, fuckface.
Climbing up on Hamburger Hill. I can see the people die.
They really shouldn't have dropped all those guys at once. That was a mistake.
Yeah. They should remake the game.
Again? Send more? Hell yeah. Let's go. Drop them. I guess they just don't stop. I'm supposed to just run by this.
Oh, hey. There's an HDR video of me talking about the movie. That's cool.
What is HDR?
It's high dynamic range. It's where it makes the dark levels in the screen darker and the brights brighter.
Oh, it's a thing in video games where it fucks up the brightness.
Yeah, no, yeah, well, I just saw a picture of me and it looked like I was in an Apple store and he was like, oh, I recorded this in HDR, and I'm like, the room was not bright. I was not on a spaceship when we recorded that. But you know what? Props to him for even offering to... Props to Scott Schaefer for recording.
Fuck that guy.
He did a good job. Scott Schaefer was field director on Penn and Teller's Bullshit, and he worked on Bill Nye the Science Guy, and he was my mentor when I was in high school. He was a very supportive figure. And one of the few good role models.
Camera. I don't know if you've heard.
And he's got an iPhone 14 HDR camera.
I love the Half-Life sound effects. They're so fun. I think I'm just supposed to run by these guys. I think they just keep coming forever.
That's how I play video games. I'm like, they'll just respawn. I'm just gonna keep going this way.
In most games, it's a totally acceptable strategy to just run. And in life, you can just run from anything.
In life, you could do that too. There's times I've been at the DMV where I'm like, I could just walk out. I've been in relationships like that too. I could just leave anytime. It's the people who think you have to sit there and like fix all the buttons in the relationship and activate the triggers and stop the respawns.
I'm talking about video games, Brian.
I'm talking What game is this? Is this Half-Life Full Life? That one?
This is Half-Life,
Black Mesa.
Black Mesa, yeah.
So this is the remake of Half-Life 1.
This is correct.
Okay, cool. How different is it from Half-Life 1, like, engine-wise?
Pretty much just Half-Life 2's engine, but, you know, for Half-Life 1.
That's cool. So it's like Super Mario All-Stars.
Sexual battle. Remember that one?
I like that you have to
Super
walk up to
Mario
that
All-Stars sexual battle.
Super Mario Sexual Battle!
We finally gave in!
Super Mario Elephant Transformation!
I hate the internet's
Mario
first
voice.
response to elephant transformation is like, ha ha ha, jerking my pecker to this one, be. Good for you, internet. Stay classy. And they revel in it. They're like, yeah, we're gross. And then the media platform's like, well, we don't want to ban them. They buy shit. You can't get rid of Billy Jerks Off 24/7, 69. Because he's an influencer. He drives spending habits. Without him, people won't know what to buy.
Dude, what if it turned out Sega was making a new game and like Sonic would touch these like the Vor berries and he would just turn into. I think I showed you that Sonic Vor channel where the dude makes it all in PowerPoint and it's like, oh, Amy Rose just ate the Big Betty and now she's as big as a house and she going to eat the Sonic. I don't know why Mario makes the channel, but like, what if they just made that game and it like sold 1 billion copies? And Sega's like, oh, we know what
if Nintendo were in charge of that YouTube channel that you saw that on?
Freelance animator needed. Must work weekends. I'll do it for free.
Morgan asks, is it the new Super Mario RPG? Yeah, RPG stands for repulsive, repulsive.
Probably garage.
Yeah.
Repurposed G-string. What is timed metadata?
I think that's just where they like put the like time that you took the photo into a text file that's also attached to the photo.
Yeah. Okay.
I got your time metadata right here. You think being at war is scary?
At work?
No, war.
No, I think it's easy. It's like it's like cutting live video.
I bet it's like football.
It's like when you do a stream. And you're like, yeah. I think we've talked about people who have been in war, and you can always tell the people who've seen some shit because they don't want to talk. And then the people you have, who like wipe shit down, they wear their army shit to the DMV. They wear their army shit to work.
The guy who spent his entire time in the motorcade just changing tires and all that, and maybe one mortar bomb hit near the base 2 miles away one time. And he's like, oh,
I've had a few of those.
Oh, I gotta get free government money for the rest of my life for this one. Ooh.
Yeah, it's Justin Roiland. Ooh, I better get some compensation. Ooh, that's a real scorcher.
And then again, with the IRS as it is, you may as well bleed the government for everything you can. I can't blame them. It's just kind of funny when they whine about it to regular like lesser folks.
I don't meet anyone who whines about being in the army. I always meet people who are like really bold about it. Like they're like, you should fuck me. I was in the army.
Yeah, honestly, I respect the people who cry about it more than the people who are like, yeah.
Yeah. I have met dudes in my lines of work, and both lines of work I've done, who are like that, where they're like, How do I put it? They'll try to bang other people's girlfriends just under the guise of like, I was in the army, I get what I want, you know what I mean?
I was in the army, I could be a huge scumbag, and you gotta understand, I shot
treat
an
people
Iraqi.
like garbage. Yeah, I made him go pew.
I killed a man for Uncle Sam, so you gotta let me go where I want. And if I happen to be smoking meth, I happen to be smoking meth. What business is that of yours?
It's for the army. They did it in World War II. Well, you know what's really fucked is
I served in 8 foreign wars.
God, remember when I met Chrisman's son for the documentary? He was telling me, he was like, so picture going to World War II. You're in it. You get shot down 3 times and survive each time, and you're 24. You get home, you start a family, and then you get a little letter in the mail saying, "All right, we're gonna go to Korea now, and you're coming with us." Imagine getting out of this shit and then getting an email. I'm sorry, not an email. A letter saying, "Congratulations, you're coming back." I can see how that would emotionally destroy people. Like, it really fucked them up.
Yeah, if you're between World War II, Korea, and Nam, then yeah, they ain't fun times.
Just imagine, though, you're home. You're like, oh, it's all over. And you know, he survived all those. Yeah.
I mean, I survived. I'm a veteran of several foreign wars on Nintendo.
That's true. You're a veteran of several advanced wars.
Yeah, I served in the Advanced Wars and the Advanced Wars 2 Dual Strike. That was a massacre, by the way. I still get nightmares.
I'm trying to think of a game that's given me PTSD. I think there are none.
Definitely Sonic. You're all fucked up.
Yeah, well, that's...
You just don't realize it.
I never said I don't realize it. I just don't realize the extent.
Some days, Brian, you sit there and you go, and dang. You start making really weird sounds. I gotta soothe there. I gotta go, Brian, cow. And you're like,
Adventure Fields. Chaos Emeralds. Yeah, it's like the guy in Rick and Morty. Pearl Harbor. Chaos Emeralds. Dr. Ivor Robotnik, not it, man.
Oh, Daddy Robotnik, don't spank me.
Do not insult Daddy Robotnik.
I also served in the Half-Lives. I served in the Call of Duty World War II and Advanced Warfare.
Oh no, we've been drafted again.
I'm not even gonna attempt doing those voices right now. I will probably vomit. I know better. I did a lot of acting yesterday too, so I guess my throat's a little sore. What are you gonna do? A lot of screaming.
Is it? Screaming will take something out of you. These streams, when I started, remember it, they fucked my voice up. So I'm sure screaming, like, would really fuck your voice up.
It really depends on the role, like what they need you to do. Like if it's just natural screaming at my regular tone, not so bad.
Yeah.
But when somebody wants it in an accent.
Oh God.
Screaming an accent, it's like, yeah. Man, I can't believe it took me so long to figure out how to go around.
Helmet did all the screaming for that movie. How hard... You did 2 big screams in that movie. You did the guy getting ripped apart, right? And then you did the Daryl going for like a full minute. And that's for something else that we used. Which one was harder?
The full minute one for sure.
Okay.
Although I guess I did more total screaming in the other one because of retakes, but I mean, it's like, do you want a clean scream or a long scream, right? A long scream's gonna be filthy. It's gonna have issues because you know, everybody sounds silly when they jump off a building. I don't know if you're aware of this.
That's true.
But not a single person has screamed while falling without sounding a little bit silly, a little goofy. I guess I just jump off. I mean, you know, makes sense.
I have a scream. I think I've repurposed 2 of your screams for like other shit, but both times I find a point where the waveform's perfectly still, like it doesn't look like it's changing, and then I hit it and then I hit reverse. Yeah, just loop that fucker over and over. Reverse works the best. I don't know why. Better than a fade between them.
I got a review for you. A lot of screams I've done for you and other people are just recycled ones I'd laying in the back.
I told you that I didn't care and that I was going to use it even if it was.
Yeah. Well,
I
that
think
one
it's cool.
wasn't, but a lot of the other ones are, because it's like I got so much like B-roll of screaming.
That's cool. That
I
you
can
could,
just
like,
I can give you like 30 minutes of unadulterated, non-looping, just an actual stream, not that fake one I just did.
I know, but if you want to, that would be funny if you just had like some real ones followed by ooh,
I gotta do that, tune myself up a bit. The thing is, I'm not special in that regard. I can be loud, yeah, but the thing is, a lot of people just refuse to get proper audio equipment. Like, no, I gotta, this Blue Yeti will be fine. I'll just step away from the microphone really far.
And it'll sound like I'm in another room.
Yeah, and it's like, well, okay, then what about the acoustics? What acoustics? I know, I'll just go in my bathroom.
Shoot it all in your bathroom. I have a friend who's trying to record stuff in his closet, and the problem with it, he has a closet that's like perfectly vocal booth sized, but he needs to buy like $100 worth of foam before it's gonna actually, like, if you record in an enclosed space, it actually sounds super fucked up.
Too much foam's bad too, and people do that as well.
That's good to know. I remember when I first got the desk, I had to like put foam in every part of the behind the monitor because it would like catch the sound and like bounce it back between the two bookshelves. That sucked.
So dead.
All right, chat. Do you like movies better where people they get really close to the microphone and they say, "I'm gonna kill you," or do you like the ones where like the actor's like going full guns blazing, like screaming at top of his lungs? Like, do you like?
Oh, I can already tell you, people prefer things to be loud, but there's a certain section that likes the ASMR stuff as well.
I don't like ASMR, but I do like when a character like is really quiet to the point where you can tell it's ADR on the movie. Like every Nolan movie, especially like what was the Interstellar where Matthew McConaughey's like, you need 2 measurements for measure your ass, and you need 1 to measure my intelligence, and you're like, all right, come on. Drink some water, Mr. McConaughey.
Here's the best part about being an actor: it's always the director's fault.
That's true.
If the director didn't tell you to not do that, then the director decided they wanted that in their movie. Not my fault. Just blame the writers. I can blame the writers and the directors all day and be totally right, no matter how bad I am at my job.
That's true.
It's like I would have gone to state if it weren't for that injury.
Oh yeah,
I would have gone to state if it weren't for our dumb coach making dumb plays. I was a star player, but our coach just was stupid. I would have made it to heaven if it weren't for them murders.
Yeah, exactly. If you're in war, do you get to go to heaven? Because I was told yes.
Only if you win.
In the throes of battle. That's a good point. Man, I put a clip of the movie up on Instagram and it did really well. That was weird.
That's fun. I'm glad it's doing good.
I'm surprised how good it's doing. I'm very happy.
You sound happy.
It's been a long week.
Hey guys, here, and they got Dustin. Get fucked, Dustin.
Get fucked, Dustin! I wonder how long it took to make it. They did. This isn't like where they ported the maps, is it? Like they probably built this all from scratch.
Yeah, it's all from scratch.
God, that's crazy. Is the Half-Life 2 engine that like easy to build on?
I mean, if you're gonna make a Half-Life game, I assume probably, because remember they made Half-Life 2 in the Half-Life 2 engine.
Oh, did they? That explains why, like, it's not just a clever name.
Yeah, I think that may be why there's like ragdolls and other effects that, like the fire. Like, I don't think they did the fire by hand. Probably not, anyways.
Of course they didn't. No, it's just more like, I can't imagine adding to this engine.
It's DirectX 9, essentially. Like, if you know
That's
your
cool.
DX9, then you probably have some resources available to you to do things like ambient occlusion. But I mean, Source 2, I mean, not Source 2, the Source engine, not Gold Source. Source.
Yeah.
No, it's confusing. Anyways, yeah, they do graphics.
SFM. Congratulations, Wolf. Congratulations on your desk.
I got something for you.
They just love bullets, like yum yum bullets.
Bullets. Yum yum bullets. We're not gonna get Garbage Goober this year. We're not gonna get Mr. Always Wants to Be Hunted this year.
What a crime. How dare the cartoons not be the way I wanted them to be, frankly. That's a crime in itself.
You're gonna love when the show is just like all social commentary.
Oh God. Then they're gonna cancel and they're gonna be like, it was never funny to begin with. And it's like, well, it was at one point. Then you guys like
we thought,
got a hold of it.
Yeah. We thought Rick and Morty, since they were voiced by a bad man, we should make them less the focus. We wanted the whole season to be Space Beth's plight about her sexuality. Cool.
In this season, Morty becomes gay. We're gonna fixate on that for a good 8 episodes straight. And that'll be most of season 7 or whatever.
Oh God.
Ooh, machine gun.
They're not gonna, I don't want to be that guy. I saw a video recently. There's this guy Neurotic that always like
stirs the shit.
Whenever something it gets really woke, yeah, and he starts going, Doctor Who is bravely now referred to as Dr. She-Male Karen, and it's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Calm down.
I don't like that level of it either. Like,
he got so mad, yeah, and he's like, the writers admitted they were failures and frauds, and it's like, people watch it. People really do when you amp it up like that, and I wish I could be that guy, but that's fake, and it feels fake, and you feel like a liar whenever anyone meets you. Or like that Ellis Mark did that video the other day.
Have they ever
like,
complimented somebody for doing a good thing on the opposite side of their political spectrum?
I don't know.
That's usually my bar measurement. Like, you know, if they come out and go, actually, this thing made by this person who I hate is really well made. They did a good job. They never say that. They'll be like, well, you know, it might be doing good now, but wait until they find out about the fucking gossip that I've stirred up.
You remember the Ellis Mark video where it's like, they just made an announcement on the new Rick and Morty actor, and then it's like, can you believe that Rick and Morty's gone 7 seasons? It was voiced by this guy, and then finally at the end he goes, they announced that they will announce a new voice actor in the next year, and it's like, so you just wasted 2 minutes of my time.
I never watched a single one of his videos.
We talked about it this morning, remember?
Yeah, but I never watched any of his videos.
No, I'm just saying that guy, that's the same kind of bullshit.
No, you're not wrong.
Thank you. This is how Hellbent tells someone they're right. He goes, you're not wrong.
Ryan's insecure.
I'm insecure. Hellbent's gaslighting me again. Purith asks, could they just AI voice Morty? Yeah, they could. And it would be, really shitty.
Yeah,
AI
like,
sounds
it ain't quite there
cool,
to do emotions yet. AI would work good for a character that's really stoic. Like, you could do AI Spock.
Pigs. Yeah, it's true.
AI Spock would
Leonard
totally work, because
Nimoy
AI Spock only talks like this all the time. Because I'm Spock. Curious. You know, That character can do, but there's no like good controls for the AI to like say, AI, I need you to emote like this. You kind of just gotta like throw it through the blender and hope that it meshes. And it can work.
There needs to be voice direction.
Well, that's the deal. You don't get voice direction. You get voice randomization, to where the character. It's kind of like dealing with an actor that you just give him the script and you don't give him any notes, so he does like 500 different random takes, and then one of them just happens to work out. Which honestly, actually, is about 90% of the voice acting that I do for clients. Is like, it's like I need like a scream. You want me to scream in a specific way? I don't know. Make it your own. I'm like, well, all right, and I just do my best, and they. Oh, I like the third one, and it's the same with AI generation. You just like generate it, and then you happen to run across the one that works perfectly. Usually, when it does work, it's flawless.
It is weird how on the ball it is.
I guess what I'm saying is you could, but you'd have to have somebody who knows how to use the software for one, and two, you'd have to have a lot of patience. You'd probably want multiple people doing it at the same time, just so you could like amass more takes.
It would not get every take right, though, would be the issue. There's no way.
If you splice
He couldn't go on rants. Yeah, but he can't get mad and he can't get scared.
Yeah, he can. You just gotta feed the voice program angry voice.
I ran the Railroad Times voice through it to see if it could do that, and I ran Mr. Meeseeks, and it was like, I'm Mr. Meeseeks.
It's got problems in regards to that. Also, I don't think 11 Labs is the highest of the highest tech. That's just the most accessible one.
Yeah, but God, what a bunch of bullshit
you can do fucking Peter Griffin.
I
mean, that's all fucked up.
Do you remember they did that Twilight Zone reboot in 2019, and there's like a Rod Serling cameo in it, and they got a Rod Serling sound alike.
And I did not watch it.
Cool. So the guy who made the Twilight Zone, who starts every Twilight Zone, the host, makes a cameo in the new one, but he's like that After Effects face effect where it's like you put a photo over a face, and it's a sound alike being dubbed to match an actor, so he sounds all disjointed like this, and then it sounds just like when you do shitty 11 Labs.
Well, I think they should fire the 11 Labs.
I think, well, 11 Labs didn't work on it, was my point.
I heard
it's just there was so much.
I heard a lot of the actors that I know that do more professional stuff, like if they don't act, they starve. You know what I mean? Kind of actors, which I would say is a degree well above what I do. They're getting a lot of contracts that have like AI stipulations. It's like, we may use your voice for future technologies. So they're having to like aggressively reject that stuff. But the problem is, like, for the one or two that are smart enough now to reject it, there's going to be a dozen that are too stupid to do it, and they're going to get their way. The AI fuckers are going to get their way. It's just how that is. There's money in it, and I hate to be this way about acting, but actors get sick. They have problems. They run out of money themselves because you can't possibly pay them a salary enough to live, so you can't expect them to always be there. Their voices go out. They have bad days. They have all sorts of struggles where AI just goes. All right, actors will refuse to read certain dialogue because they don't agree with it. They'll argue with the directors. They'll try to write and improv things and like start to become like, I'm the writer now. It's like, no, you're not. The AI does none of that. The AI does not do a single one of those things, and that's the big appeal. If anybody's wondering what it is, it's not that it accurately replicates the voice. It's that if I need something, I can have it done now.
And that's what a director usually wants 9 times out of 10. Because when you have an idea, you want it out.
Well, that and they're on deadlines.
Well, and the guy who played, if you ever think that an actor can't be replaced, remember the guy who played Cortex got replaced like 4 games in. And he got replaced with someone. It's like, I'm not really sure who this guy is. I haven't seen him in a ton of stuff, but I'm sure he's affordable, and he's only done like a couple animes. And now that dude is like Harrison Ford's sound-alike for a bunch of stuff. Lex Lang has a ton of fucking roles, and that just happened to work out. But if you think it's sacred, you know, we've seen 8 Sonic the Hedgehogs, countless The only ones that don't get replaced are like The Simpsons, and they cost like $1 million an episode. You had so much to say, and now you're just playing this game.
Yeah, well, that tank exploded. That was fucking awesome.
That was cool.
Brian sees a giant explosion. He's like, "Oh, this isn't as interesting as the animation industry." Brian can't see the forest for the trees.
Those doors all look like they have like packing tape on them.
You have packing tape on you.
You're being so petulant today, Jesus Christ.
Well, you're being like, you're being a douche nozzle.
Do douches have nozzles?
They do, and I saw on, like, there's this show called Workaholics, and they had, like, words we're not allowed to say. Not because they were censored, just because it was bad writing. And douche nozzle was on there. I'm like, yeah, during about, like, 2014, 2016, douche nozzle was way overused. You're a douche nozzle. Get it? Because, like, they use that to clean out their pussies, and you're like the nozzle that cleans the vagina out. You douche nozzle.
Huh.
The douche nozzles taste like douche nozzles. That was going to be a line in Willy Wonka, but they had to take that out. I was in Willy Wonka. I had several high-impact sexual intercourse scenes, and they had to cut them out because it was deemed too erotic for mass consumption, and it would drive Americans crazy with a lustful rage. Did you know that?
Douche schnozberries.
Yeah.
Douche schnozberries taste like douche schnozberries.
He starts vomiting. I threw the fucking barrel down and hit the jump pad and came back to me.
Oh, that was cool.
I was like, no, you go back down there.
If you truly love your barrel, you must set it free.
And it'll come back.
It'll come back to you. I like when I'm watching your stream and on your stream and YouTube's still like, there's a stream going?
Well, it's nice that YouTube's informing people, at least. Usually it doesn't.
I was gonna say, but that means if you're getting less viewers, that means they're looking at going, that guy.
Oh, Brian, you don't need to be self-conscious. Don't worry. They've always hated you. Isn't that right, chat?
Oh, that's true. Chat, do you really hate me? Was the week I was gone like the happiest of your entire life? I like generic soda logos.
Generic, they just outright drew over the Mountain Dew on that one.
What does it say? Mountain Don't? What does it say?
I think it says Mountain Hue.
I don't want to be Mountain Hue.
Hold on.
Chop Slap Road, I'm the reason that he doesn't
High.
donate. God, they got it. Root of grape?
And soda.
It's the same texture as the big one.
Ow. No, I want this gun, damn it.
Chop, that was funny. This looks like Gmod.
There's like a whole generation of people whose only video game they know is Gmod. That's fun.
That's true.
Like, I love Gmod. They see like a crate get rolled over on its side and it's like, Gmod. They're outside.
Something large falls down on them and they're like, oh, it's just like Gmod.
Yeah, somebody slips and falls and like, it's like shitty Gmod. The ragdolls aren't as good though in real life.
I think there's a subreddit for real life ragdolls. Because those are always funny.
Where the hell am I going?
Oh, man. You've been down this hallway. Oh, no, you haven't. That guy's there. You're welcome.
Ah.
This is like Mirror's Edge. In the,
yeah, Mirror's Edge is still pretty much
Mirror's
everything
Edge.
from Half-Life. I'm gonna play on these power lines.
I thought you'd at least get shocked.
Yeah, me too. Oh, I just went in a circle.
Go through the Mirror's Edge doors. Sleepy Dog says we want to see Skeleton Brian again. What's Skeleton Brian? Beep.
I don't know. What is
We
skeleton?
talked about making me.
Is that back when you were dieting and stopped eating and you got all fucking like gangly and shit? 'Cause I don't like
scary.
Skeleton Brian. Skeleton Brian makes me sad.
Fat Brian got laid a lot more than Skeleton Brian. I don't know why that is. Fat Brian didn't
because they know if they have to, they can run away from you.
Oh yeah.
If he ever gets too bad.
Skeleton Brian. Yeah, you'd run your hands down my chest and you hear on the xylophone ribcage.
He goes to the bathroom once every 2 months. A monthly constitutional.
Why is it called a constitutional? Is
I
it
think
in our
it's meant
rights?
to be like your shower and like a cup of coffee and then like, you know, the whole morning, right?
The Continental? Alright, I'm Googling shit.
Well, neighbor, I do need to get that butt vent set up. It's just, man, it's like it's either stream at 10:15 or start at midnight, right? Not that it takes you 2 hours to set that up, but I figure an extra 15 minutes or 20 minutes of streaming is worth it until I get some time off. Not all of us get days off like Brian does.
I don't get days off.
That's not true. You went and played around with your sci-fi buddies for like a month.
You just get so jealous.
I am jealous. It reminds me of the old Chris Chan stuff where people are like, why are you jealous of Chris Chan's? Like, he sits around all day and plays with toys forever. And is never held accountable for anything.
No matter what he does, he won't get arrested. He will never get arrested. And if he does, they'll just send him back on the streets.
Yeah, there's less reasons to be jealous now, though, so there's that.
You think Chris is one of those people now who gets on, like, you know, they have, like, the weekly outing where they all get on the bus and they get to go to, like, God, what do they have there? A Fry's Grocery?
The fuck's a Fry's Grocery?
Safeway. They all get to go out for, like, an hour to Safeway, right?
It's not safe anyway with Chris Chan. Or, like, no way.
I was gonna say, how many messages have we seen where people are like, everyone needs to get their guns and protect themselves from this.
They'll never have to use their gun to protect themselves ever.
I know. Just outrun them. Just outwalk. It's okay. It's probably under house arrest. That's the funny place to put Chris, is under house arrest.
Yeah, it's like fun for him. It's like putting a drug addict in the pharmacy.
You have to stay here with your mother. What about what was the one you were telling me?
You have been doing meth and breaking into cars for an entire month, and I sentenced you to 5 months at the CVS pharmacy.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, can I go inside? You can go inside once to get a drink. The rest of the time you must stand outside the door.
You must promise to be nice.
God, we've been having so many meth heads.
Meth's pretty good from what I've seen. I mean, like when people start on it, I can see the appeal.
Yeah.
Like when they start on it, they got ideas and they're go-getters and they're getting work done. And I'm like, hey, good for you, man. I wish I had that much energy. Then once like their body starts to decay because you know you're not meant to work like a robot, that's when it gets fun.
There's something weird. There's something really weird about how it like sinks the jawline down.
Because you're constantly biting.
I guess, yeah, and the forehead goes down too, because you always look like you're like.
Well, yeah, because your face is always being contorted because you're always hyped up, so like your every little muscle in your body's like like a little hummingbird.
That's really fucked up. Man, it's
funny.
such an identifiable. I've also noticed working in grocery that people, there's a certain kind of person that everyone in the store recognizes, which is the person who's leaning on a shopping cart for support, not because they're walking it.
Oh yeah,
you know what I
they
mean?
need it.
Where their legs are kind of going to the left and to the right, but not quite forward. They look like you're playing QWOP, and like they're just trying to maintain making the shopping cart go forward.
I forgot about this part. It's all switcheroony.
I forgot about meth heads looking like they're playing QWOP.
Yeah, that's when they're down or when their like bodies like being like, hey dude, even on meth you gotta nap once in a while.
God. And it's always fun when they're near the expensive liquor or the Tide Pods or the batteries, because they stand there for like an hour and stare at whoever's there.
He killed himself.
You gonna leave yet? Oh, that's cool.
Blood blew off and smushed him like a bug.
Oh.
That's a nice touch. I don't think they did that in the original.
No, that's nice.
Oh,
look,
they're
it's a
calling the
portal.
monsters uglies. We got uglies.
God, everyone's arguing, or everyone in the chat is having a lively debate if Chris Chan is mentally ill or not.
I think he's got a good head on his shoulders. He'll work it out. We all had our awkward phase, right?
I made that video where I said that there's no honor in making fun of someone that's fucked in the head.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, high and mighty.
You eventually realize it's like if the bar measurement for my success is Chris Chan, then I kind of suck, huh?
But there's so many people on the internet that think that Chris is their bar of measurement. Well, at least I'm not that person. And you're like, all right, calm down.
At least I'm not Hitler, is what you're saying essentially.
Well, yeah, at least I'm not Jeffrey Dahmer.
At least I'm not John Wayne Gacy, guys. I mean, for real.
We held that night.
Is never a good defense of your character.
That's true. That didn't work for Hillary either. I remember that was like one of the taglines. Better than that guy. Like, all right.
You know, I was playing this game Critical Depth, and if you play as the commies, they get support from a mole in the American government, and then the mole's name is Hillary.
Jesus.
And that fucking kills me because they had no way to know what the Trump election was going to be like. That was like 1997 when that game was made. You know what I mean?
I always think it's funny that the company that Archer works for has that name.
It's called ISIS. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you can say that one because, like, you know, the actual Egyptian thing. The Egyptian god ISIS.
Yeah.
Remember, Mike Tyson's Mystery had a joke about that. Remember, what's his name? The ghost dresses up as ISIS.
Oh, that's funny.
Like, everybody's all like alarmed.
I really like.
He's like, ISIS, you know, the Egyptian god of love or whatever.
Egyptian god of love, Michael. I love how that guy.
Yeah.
That guy's in Community. He's a great actor.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've enjoyed
he's in
one
a lot of
episode
stuff. He's great.
Community. But
I'll forever know him as Marcus of Queensberry.
Yeah, no. Whenever I hear him and stuff, and you know the story about the Marquis of Queensberry, right?
I know the name's like they just call him Marcus. He's like, that's not my name.
Yeah. The Marquis of Queensberry was the guy who invented Queensberry rules in boxing, which is the first joke. The second joke is that his son was gay and married Oscar Wilde. Like, they not married, but lived with Oscar Wilde, the writer, and he tried to have them both sentenced to labor camps for their sinful ways. And so Mike Tyson Mysteries kind of took revenge by making the dad character super gay. And then they actually finally, I remember finding that out on Wikipedia, like all this stuff. And then like they do an episode where he meets his son. He's like, "Sorry, I sent you to those labor camps. You're looking fit."
Yeah, good
I like
old,
that show.
good old. God, I forget the company's name. Damn it.
Warner Bros.
No,
who wrote it?
It's Warner Bros. Yeah, but these are the Saturday TV Funhouse guys.
That's awesome.
It was like old,
Like who?
like the old. Remember when Saturday Night Live had like Phil Hartman and Chris Farley and stuff on it?
No, I was
Yeah.
too young.
Well, they were
But
around
yeah.
for that. Like they were doing the ambiguously gay duo
Gotcha.
cartoons.
So their targets have not changed.
Neither of mine.
Reason demonstration of exceedingly poor judgment.
I like that. You can shoot most of the scientists and security, but like, you know, some of them are actually vital. So if you shoot them, it's like, well, the game can't continue. May as well game over you. And you know what? Honestly, it's fine. I get it. Makes sense.
That's funny.
Dr. Freeman, I'm Dr. Freak stuff.
I like the physics of moving shit. That's cool.
It's me.
Spirit says, Brian, I want to say that you have a valid point for saying that at least I'm not XYZ. Is not really something you could just say, but really, when would you say that? It's when people make poor financial choices, or when people make poor... I'm trying to think. I've made choices
it's when people
that are
need to
stupid.
feel better about themselves.
Yeah, self-validation.
Yeah, it's a self-validation tactic for people who are like, well, my parents hate me. I have no loved ones. I work a shitty job, and I hate myself. But you know, I'm not Christian, so at least there's that.
That's fine. I struggle every day with self-value, and the problem is that self-value means so little. Like it really does not affect your day-to-day.
What's better than
It shouldn't.
self-value is go with the flow.
Really, life is just go with the flow.
Go with the
I spent
flow
a
or
lot
just
of
don't
time-
care. You either be not detached, right? Being detached is psychotic, but you know, you got to
Yeah.
be able to just like be you and not have to constantly question yourself.
It's hard not to sometimes. I have days where I'm like, oh, I've never made it in the Hollywood system, da 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 da. But then, you know, I've done other shit. Really happy with stuff I've done, and I'm happy. I mean, we should all be like that. We should all be like, hey, you know, I made it through school.
As far as entertainment goes, too, I'd put it this way. Some of the best stuff ever has been written, produced, and published, and you will never see it, ever.
Yep.
It would be something that you would love to see, too. You would love it. It's your fucking thing. Your most favorite thing ever exists out there, and you will never see it. Probably never. There's a real good chance you'll never fucking see it. So
That's true.
And there's a million people vying for a chance for celebrity status. They just want to be looked at, much less create something of value. So with all that competition and the fact that they want, oh God, it's just, I don't know. It's like asking, it's like going, I'm going to go to school and I'm going to be the president when I grow up. It's like, yeah. You ever had that kid? You ever run into one of those? I had one of those friends.
Oh yeah.
It was this ginger Irish girl. She says, I'm going to be the first female president. And what does she do a week later? She hits me in the back of the head with a piece of concrete. We were having an innocent rock fight, and then she took it to the next level by taking like a 8-pound slab of concrete and bashed me over the back of the head on it. And I bled out the back of my skull all over my Ninja Turtles backpack. And all I could do is run up to a fence and dig my fingers through the wire fence and just scream, ah! Ah! Because, you know, as far as I know, my brains are leaking out of the back of my head. Hey,
Ow.
Poet Finn, new member. Thank you, Poet Finn. We're going to keep it up with the Armored Core soon. I wanted to play that tonight, but I'm so tired. I'm so tired.
I'm so sleepy.
Can we do
I think we do that.
Lazy Rodriguez or whoever Speedy's cousin was?
I was doing lazy Hellbent. I'm so sleepy.
Very sleepy.
Like Bill Murray. Very sleepy. Don't look.
What did
in
I
my
do
face,
wrong?
man. Well, I think it started with meeting the president when you were a kid.
I'm like to Barney.
Go in there.
I can't. I came out from here. Slipping dogs, oh, when 2 bucks says that sounds like something a president would do. Pofin says, not to remember why I would say that. It's probably like the monthly anniversary.
Ooh. Oh.
Do you think anybody's ever like at one of those restaurants where it's like, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday? Like they came to work sick and they did that and they're like, ah! Just vomits all over the people.
I like those kind of vomits where you can hear the
You can hear them screaming through the pukes coming out of their neck.
that garbly sound. Oh, Hubin, look.
Oh, fan with $5. Woo! Money, money, money. Brian gets to eat today.
Oh, thank you.
Poet Finn says, missed the month of membership, forgot to switch payment when I switched banks. Here's your payback. Hope you've been doing good. Been doing good, Poet Finn.
Thank you,
Poet Finn was a member for like 8 years, and then it took that away from him because of one banking error.
He wasn't allowed in the secret club?
This segment wasn't in the original.
Does it add to it?
Kinda.
Go.
Does it feel as though it belongs in the original? Or does it feel like weird extra shit?
It's nice extra stuff. It's like, why wouldn't they sneak around these guys? Why would Gordon kill every single one of them? And how does Barney survive, right? How do these security guards not get smoked? Well, this is how they avoid getting smoked.
I forget often how big of a game this was. Like, this was huge at the time.
It was not the start
of,
but it was a bridge between shooty action game and immersive simulation. Where'd I go?
Yeah. His head is huge.
Where am I going?
What's young Jason Statham doing?
Security booth. Down and to the right.
Oh, he's supposed to follow me. I guess he got fragged earlier or something.
Okay. Well, I've had my fill of fresh air. Let's just make a break for it. Come on.
Good actor.
Jesus. This is not how I thought my day was gonna go.
Old habits die hard.
Oh, 400 views. That's cool. 400 is not
live
bad for a
viewers.
day.
Oh, Brian, why you gotta tease me?
We made it.
Oh no, my thing, Helmet, has 400, but it took a day.
Oh, that
Jerk.
hard pumping.
I know. Sorry, buddy.
Don't you remember? It's all about me.
Actually, 54 ain't bad.
And oh, dude, I'm happy to stream to like 20 people. Honestly, you know how hard it is to build a streaming channel these days, especially.
You gotta undercut what I say. And... Oh.
Yeah, Brian's like, I guess 50's okay, and I'm like, I'd be good with 20. That's because Brian's greedy.
You were just saying. You're like 400. Oh no,
Brian,
no,
Brian doesn't
no.
respect his audience or care about.
What the fuck is your problem?
And he's also homophobe.
He's so easy to be around when there's no cameras on him. Then as soon as he's on, if there were a baby next to him, and the camera suddenly turns on, you just push the baby down. It's just how Hellman acts.
Then Brian's all nice, and he's like, so Stormfront is a website. I'm like, oh, Brian, no. How do you know about this? It's like, oh, George Floyd. I'm like, Brian, no, you can't. America's little sweetheart over here.
Kiwi Farm.
Christian and George Floyd and Kiwi Farm. Why are you so mean, Hellman?
Sure, it just said, fuck Brian, I see how it is. That's funny.
Yeah, you'll learn.
I'm being gaslit by an entire community.
Isn't that what you always wanted?
You guys,
it just proves the
are my
conspiracy
reality
theory's
check.
true.
It's weird how many people I met, they're like, you're gonna be a big deal someday, and then like, the most emotionally profitable thing I do is to go on these streams, and people are like, Why
Fuck
are you
you,
still
Brian.
alive, Brian? Is that a choice? Is it just a sad conglomeration of facts?
Everybody who says you're gonna be a big deal someday is dooming you. It's like the opposite of Apollo's gift. Like I guess it is Apollo's gift, but in reverse. Yeah, it's like they have the power to predict good things that won't happen.
That's a good.
That's a good superpower. I
So
like
there's
that.
like, yeah, there's like a special needs kid in a hospital somewhere shaking, like, it's just like predicting horrible things are gonna happen just to me.
No, not horrible things. He can predict good things that will not happen. Like you'll win the lottery. You'll be a Powerball winner. You know what I mean? You'll get to see your wife tomorrow. You'll get to you'll be in your own home tomorrow. I like that as a superpower because it's kind of like using that voice AI thing. It takes forever to get the right take. It also would take forever for you to find like the actual, thing that helps you out.
Trader Dan says it's a sad coincidence that I live, Brian. That's about right. What if you just found out I like turned the stream off? I turned the stream off and I'm just shaking.
Sometimes he falls asleep and starts speaking in tongues and he starts predicting like things that are gonna happen 2 seconds from now.
I can predict what happened about a minute and a half ago. I will pee the bed.
I almost died.
Smirky said I had a weird dream last night. I was watching you guys stream a game. Uh-oh. Except Brian's head was replaced with Beavis from Beavis and Butthead. It's gotta be really upsetting. What is this music? I love it. You're unbelievable.
Yeah, you're unbelievable. Ow!
Yeah, I got one right. Sleepy Dog wrote, "You will not prolapse tonight." Have they made a 3D game where you can like run Windows 98 inside one of those?
Oh yeah.
God, those are always funny. Smirky. No, you were just tired. The Beavis. I gotta flip it, but I made a Beavis and I made a. There's like a Jay Sherman somewhere. Jay Sherman.
I have a Jay Sherman one. I need to get written permission from fucking John Lovitz. He's like, yeah, please. Can I please? Please, John Lovitz. You were always the best on Saturday Night Live. I'll punch Andy Dick in the fucking mouth if you let me. That might do it. Like, well, my agent advised against this, but if you gotta pop Andy Dick one, yeah, that sounds like it's some good cheddar.
Man, I was thinking about
give me a cut of it just on principle.
We're talking about people who aren't living up to their expectations. There's a poor choice of words. Phil Hartman's wife, when they got married, like, can you imagine just the whole time she was like, I just need his career. Why is he succeeding? Why I'm not?
Oh, a marriage based out of jealousy is probably one of the worst possible things, to where it's like, well, I married you because of what you have, because I covet it.
Right, it's not even because she wanted to like get anything from its success other than the success of her own, but it's like,
well, no, she didn't want to be Phil Hartman, no, but she's like, Phil Hartman's my key to getting success, what I want. Yeah. That and cocaine. Rough. That was Andy Dick's doing.
Says, Brian can change his face at will like a fucking changeling. That's pretty cool.
He's a changeling, isn't he?
Is that a movie? I've heard the name.
Nah, changelings I think are like Dungeons and Dragons monsters or some shit.
I'll Google it.
Pipeline.
My room has 9 monitors in it. Let's see.
It had only 2 eyes.
Oh, it's... Yep. Oh, okay, they're sort of like Wendigos.
When
and they're
what?
like in every Wendigos.
Where do they go?
So a changeling has
We know when they
existed
go,
in
but
all
where?
sorts of- Make 'em laugh. Changelings have existed all through history as like folklore. That's cool.
Because people have bad vision. They're like, you teleported. It's like peekaboo.
Yeah.
What am I doing? I need to play at the artillery thing.
Someone said Changeling. Chelsea Adams says there's an old movie called Changeling. I just looked. It's 2008. Is it a remake or is that? Oh, never mind. It's a 1980 flick. That's an old movie. It's a Canadian supernatural psychological horror film. It's about a composer who moves to Seattle, Washington. Well, now I gotta watch it.
I would play a game that's just playing with this artillery thing forever. I like this. They updated this good.
That's pretty cool.
In the old game, you had to like push buttons and move the cursor. In this one, you just click and point.
That's awesome. Oh, did I tell you I
Doom
showed
3, Brian, and you'll like this one. Doom 3 had a bunch of screens like this, and they all ran on Adobe Flash.
Did they really?
Mm-hmm. They're all vector. All Flash vector.
Oh. Oh, cool. Vector barely newer. I showed Pat how our rigs work for Toons Talking, and he was like, is it hard to animate all that later? And I'm like, no, you push a button. That's how the. And he's like, you can do that now? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, can I do it? And I was like, yeah.
I love it when older folks discover our like lame new technology that's like, it's like dollar store bullshit to us, but to them it's like, I know. It's science fiction.
Yeah. Well, you showed me this, and I remember thinking it was science fiction. It's so awesome.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Well, I think I may have overestimated how technologically with it he is. He knows how to rock a phone and he knows how to do his email, but like,
well,
I think his kid helped
the
him
things
set
that
the
we're
mics.
using have been around since 1993. There's this old DOS program called Parrot, and you'd speak into the microphone and it would record what you say. Go ahead and Google that, Brian, for yourself. Google MS-DOS Parrot, or just DOS Parrot. Go take a look at that.
I'm looking it up.
You go see the origins of this. Surely someone's recorded that thing. I mean, I had so much fun with that as a little guy. That was so fucking fun.
Oh, does it like play it back all like high pitched?
Yeah, it plays it back, but the parrot also speaks.
That's cool.
His little
Look
mouth
at the parrot
moves.
go.
Make him say awful things.
Yeah.
I used to go to my my sister and be like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. She'd be like, make it stop doing that. And just keep going, no.
It's alive.
Tonight, you die.
Tonight, you. This parrot's funny, eh?
That guy was a threat.
I like the parrot because it looks very DOS. It's got the right amount of DOS color.
Good old DOS. Why isn't everything auto turrets?
Oh.
Then I turn them off.
I never had DOS. I'm sad that I never got to use DOS.
DOS was fun, but it, it was primitive. But the neat thing about it was so like thin and streamlined. But
so were you just running the command line?
You just like imagine instead of double clicking a shortcut, I type Half-Life.
Okay.
That's the most simple way I can explain it without being like a nerdy jerk about it. You can still do DOS too. There's tons of like there's a good place called myabandonware.com.
Oh, I love those.
And you can play MS-DOS games through a browser. The browser just emulates MS-DOS. And it's pretty fun.
I remember. I like that your browser can do it. I mean, your browser can run XP and shit, but like.
Yeah, just DOS in the browser is fun though, because then I don't have to worry about the bullshit. Like running DOS box, the DOS emulator on PC is such a pain in the ass, to where the browser version is pretty well tuned.
I remember getting my first tablet to draw on in 2007, and I remember the only thing I could draw on that didn't suck was Flash. That didn't have that pixelation or like that ghosting.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember a couple years ago I did a stream of like old 90s drawing software like Crayola Art Studio and shit like that. And there was an article about Crayola Art Studio written by probably a grandma, but it was like, you are going to be, in the next 10 years, you'll probably be able to draw on a computer and it'll look like you drew it on paper. And I always think of that with the Crayola game.
Oh, it's nice. Old grandma had the Apollo's gift there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to get back into illustration. I like drawing, but I only like drawing ugly things. I don't like drawing pretty things. I like drawing like dumb, ugly, like MS Paint characters.
You're good at doing the MS Paint characters too. I don't know if I could do them on a tablet. I would have to intentionally add mistakes. I'm not programmed to do it wrong on purpose.
I just raw dog it.
That's a good way to do it.
These little fucking things. Oh, they blow up after a point. That's funny.
Chop Slap says, I'm watching on my phone, but I got a Bluetooth speaker because the phone sucks.
Bluetooth speakers are great.
I have a no Bluetooth speaker rule in my apartment.
Is that like a rule for everybody?
No, you guys can do it. It's just that it's for me because I know that I'm gonna watch porn and be like, man, why isn't the sound coming through on my headphones?
You watch porn? I just listen to it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You watch porn, Brian? I just get in front of the mirror, you know.
That's a good idea too.
Drives me crazy.
That's at least safe.
That lady in the mirror is so hot.
Oh yeah, you could totally be what's her name from Venture Bros. Hey Brian.
Oh, Dr. Girlfriend. Well, I did this voice once, Brian, or a friend, and then he started coming on to me, and I was actually kind of creeped out about it just a little bit.
It was a little too real.
Well, the thing is, you do the Dr. Girlfriend voice, right? And then people start thinking about the character talking to him with the lips, the pouty Tomb Raider lips, and then, you know, the Jackie O haircut, and the big ass, and they want a fucker real good style. And I'm not about that life.
I'm past all that. He saved me from all that.
Goodness. Yeah, I probably could do that and make some money.
Ever since Elon took over Twitter, I gotta say, I've been getting like one porn star a day following me. Well, not porn star, but obviously not the... Porn stars can be people, but these are obviously...
I've been seeing a lot more
like,
videos of people dying and a lot more racist stuff.
And, yeah, a lot more of that, and a lot more bots adding me and like plugging their shit. Oh, what's his name does want to... Spinal Palm wants to be on a stream, but we got to give him like a couple days notice.
Yeah, that's fair. Good old
So
Spinal
maybe Crash
Palm.
or something.
Maybe a game we could all play together instead of just everybody watches Hellbent.
Hellbent, we wear the horns of the cuckold here. I mean,
Brian's a game cuck.
Game cuck. Hey everybody, I love being a game cuck. I don't even have to touch the controller.
I haven't played a game in my entire life. I was always player 3 at my house, if you know what I'm saying. Meaning I didn't get to touch the controller at all. That's the way I like it.
Not at all. Game cuck.
You're having so much fun without me. I like being player 5 in Mario Party, if you know what I'm saying. Did I do that joke already? Well, too bad.
That's pretty good.
I might be a game cuck, but don't fuck with me. I couldn't get that one out.
I like to wear the horns of... Oh, you know where the horns of a cuckold comes from? I found this out. You know the devil horns that people do in, like, pictures? Or, like, the rabbit ears?
Yeah.
In, like, old Italy, in the old country, if you fuck someone's wife, you would walk up to the dude, and then you do that, so they would... Everyone around would know that you banged that dude's wife. He's wearing the horns of a cuckold.
Italy's weird. Good
That's
food,
pretty
though.
insulting. Yeah. Awful people. Good food, though.
No wonder they get so angry when you say you fucked their mom, because there's like a real possibility of that. like they unknowingly expose, like, yeah, no, his mom's super gettable, though. Like, you didn't fuck my mother. You know, a lot of people fucked your mother, Sal. Salvatore.
Man.
Whee. Oh, little alien bouncy pads. This is new. All this shit hanging from the sky and little, like, you know, bioluminescent mushroom fungal things. It's all new. I don't know where to go. I'm having a fun day. You know, the game I want to play again the most right now is Critical Death. That might be my favorite vehicular combat game. It has the most going on. Like, the shield is just a button. It's just you hold a button to shield, and that is so much smarter than the way that all those other games did it. Vigilante 8, it's a pickup that temporarily works for a while. In Twisted Metal, you got to put in a button combo. Then in Critical Death, it's like, not just hold triangle.
Perfect.
Then if you press it twice, you get a super shield that deflects things. It uses more energy.
Karen Stolznow is following me. That's really cool.
Who's that? For people who don't know, because I clearly do.
For no one fucking knows. There's a podcast called Monster Talk. It's hosted by Skeptic Magazine, but I listen to it a lot.
Of course, Monster Talk.
So if you guys like cryptids and stuff like that, they actually bring on scientists to talk about why they're bullshit. But they go through the stuff and then they talk about what could be real.
Well, Brian, I don't really like cryptids. I prefer like real currency.
All right, I'll stop talking. I'm sorry, everyone. That's cool. Someone from my podcast liked me.
Jesus.
Major fracture detected.
What?
In our friendship, major fracture detected.
Lacerations detected.
It touched the beam! It died too. I like how my head's rolling. Look at my head rolling.
Look at you go.
I like it when games attach the camera to the head of the character, so when you explode, you just see this shit. Anyways, I was making a joke about crypto, Brian. You don't got to take it all personal, like.
Oh, I didn't. I was just going through my Twitter DMs.
You penis.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. Bounces barrel up.
Hey everyone, it's the Zodiac Killer here.
Ah, the Zodiac Killer's my favorite story because of the ending. He's forced to hang out with his biggest fan. I don't think that's the real guy.
I just like to imagine. I do like the idea that, I was waiting for that thing to blow up.
It won't. The orange ones don't. They're just full of radioactive material that want ladders. Fucking in me. Ladders. Ah! So tell us more about cryptids. Or more specifically, the podcast.
Oh, it's just a good podcast. That was all.
What's good about it?
They did a good one where they talk about, the Daros from Crispin. The Daros were invented by Richard Shaver for a magazine called Amazing Stories, and the Daros, they go way the fuck back. They go back to the era of like the Morlocks and the Eloys and like, you know, H.G. Wells' The Time Machine. Like the idea that we've been controlled by underground space monsters has been going on for at least 100 some years. And they talk about all the times. Yeah, and what's weird is they often associate it with a certain group of people that are secretly they're secretly controlling the media.
You
won't guess who it is. Yeah, exactly. But they talk about how horribly racist some of the and they're secretly running our government, and they're secretly putting these people in control.
Did you guys know that Mexicans are from Spain and also Venus?
But it's funny because it does get down to it started with, the Morlocks and those kind of guys. Turns into the Deros are the ones running it. Then the Atlanteans. And then finally we're at, the gray aliens under Dulce, New Mexico. That was in the 90s with, Art Bell. What are they called? Deep underground missile bases? Deep underground military bases?
You should show Pat Crispin this game called Prey. It's great. It's about, Native Americans that get kidnapped by aliens. And then they gotta use their actual Native American ancestral magic and stuff to fight them. But while you're playing the game, you're going through the space. Yeah, it's a real game. While you're going through the space station, right? There's Art Bell
As
podcast.
a Native American?
Yeah, he's
Really?
Native American. Yeah. Anyways, the point is, besides Native American stuff, there's just Art Bell shows in between, like fake ones with Art Bell in them. The actual Art Bell is there, and he reads out
that's awesome.
We're hearing sites of abductions all over America and yada yada yada. That's why I know Art Bell is from that game.
That's really cool.
Yeah, you like that one.
That game does look cool. 2017.
No.
I like that it's 2032.
No, you need
9 years.
You're looking at the wrong one.
Ah, that looks cool though.
It's the older one on the Xbox 360.
Okay, I'll look it up. So, 2006?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. Let me see if I can find it. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Let me look it up. Hey, 2006. Someone made a 4K 60 FPS.
Yeah, I did a stream of it in 4K. It's good.
Oh.
Yeah, there's a good source board of it that fixes all its... It runs on the Doom 3 engine.
It looks good. Yeah, looks good.
Ahead of its time. There's going to be this really cool sequel, but it got canceled, and they wanted to keep the name, so they made that newer one made by the Arcane guys that made that Dishonored game that you like.
I do like that, too. Yeah.
And, it's good, too. I like it, but it's not the same game. It's just a completely different one. They just...
Right.
Name only.
What a bummer.
Yeah.
And then that movie Prey just came out, right? Or am I wrong?
The Predator one, Prey. Yeah, I need to watch that one. I heard it's pretty good.
I liked it. The girl I saw it with did not know that it was a prequel to Predator. I didn't either. I started watching it, I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I just didn't think about it. And then once you see it's a Predator, you're like, oh, fuck yeah. This is awesome.
I guess I would have been I probably liked that better if I didn't know that. I need to go watch it. But now, I obviously know it's a Predator deal. By the way, I want to play AVP. Brian, guess what?
What's up?
There's the Aliens vs. Predator game on Steam.
And we can both play it?
It's 2 players, and it's frequently on sale. I want to be a good one.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Dude, I'm trying to get a copy of Mirror's Edge that isn't $20 goddamn dollars. That's crazy to me.
How's that hard? You should just go to G2A, dude.
I was on G2A and it was still like $20.
Wow. You ain't letting that one go, huh?
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait a week, see what happens. Yeah.
Wait for a Steam sale. Yeah. Summer sale's coming.
Man.
Or did we pass summer sale already? I'm pretty sure summer sale's on the way.
The thing is that the older I get, the more I realize that there'll just be another summer a year from now. And I can just wait till then.
Well, there's also a fall sale.
Yeah, exactly. There's always a sale. I've been through this enough times. Oh. Target acquired.
I wish I had one of these for my house. Be
I wish
cool.
I had one of these for my wife.
I just like, if it were legal to have like booby traps, I would definitely just, I'd have a treasure room. And it would just be all treasure that I just had somebody paint over plastic. I'd give somebody a bunch of metal acrylic paints and stuff. Be like, yeah, paint over this ring and this jewelry and we'll put in a bunch of colored glass. And we'll just have one of these in the corner so when someone breaks in to steal the gems, they just get lit up. Be awesome. Sleepy Dog Zone says, helping you kill yourself by accident. I'm pretty sure I would never go into my fake treasure room. More likely than not, it would accidentally kill somebody, like, you know, like you have somebody fixing your fence or something and they're like, hey, can I use your restroom? I'm like, yeah, it's back there. And you're like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. I didn't tell which room to go into. Uh-oh.
How about those guys who, all those rich families, you always hear the stories of who set booby traps in their own hoarder house.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then they find all of them individually killed by their own Rube Goldberg devices.
Yeah, you're way more likely to kill yourself with your own Rube Goldberg trap. This is correct. But I mean, like the simple rule is you just set up a death room and never go in there. Just leave it.
You just have one, yeah. It's kind of like having the room for VR, you know?
Yeah, but you make sure to like make it look all nice and fancy though, like a trap ought to be. You got to put some cheese on that trap.
You gotta put like a broken TV in there to save money. Like, oh, this is my media room.
Then thieves will get smarter. It's like, dude, we don't steal jewelry anymore. They always put up guns. You got to go into like the dingy looking room where they sleep.
What did Daddy tell you about going into the death room?
Don't go into the no-no room.
That's the no-no. What is it about Daddy's secret closet of mystery?
Then you get put into the forever box. I like the forever box for death. That's a good way to...
That was a Ralph quote, right? Daddy, Grandma's in her forever box.
I don't know if that's Ralph quote or not, but it might as well be. I'll give anything to Ralph. Ralph's a sweetheart.
Ralph is so pure. I like Ralph because he's not an asshole. I've met so many people that are like Ralph, but they want to inflict their ideologies onto me.
Oh yeah, they're like evil Ralph. They're like, you know, you're in danger.
You're gonna go into Grandma's forever box.
I like potatoes. Also, I only like one race. Guess which one?
Answer wrong and you become the race.
I'm getting splattered. Sleepy Dog Zone makes a good point, though. Why do you need a Rube Goldberg room when you could just get a pit bull?
That's true. I've heard stories about, we had a neighbor back when we were kind of in, like, drug territory where my dad lived, and the dude was, like, a major dealer, so he had you would put a snake in the dog door behind your kitchen, like, have a snake, like, held up. So when you put your hand in the dog door to like go unlock the door, the snake would get you. It's like, huh? All right, Mr. Slithers, we gotta feed you today.
Mr. Slithers is a great name for a snake. Slithers.
Slithers. Ah, yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Owner.
Trader Dan says, why own anything if you're just afraid of it being stolen?
That's a good point. Oh my goodness, that room is full of mean people. I need to just unload on these guys.
Oh my goodness, I cannot go back in that room. Oh.
Okay, here's the deal. In Half-Life 1, there was kind of a set limit to how many enemies they could throw at you.
Right.
Before modern systems at the time would have died. This game kind of breaches that, so I wasn't really ready for, like, you know, 12 soldiers in a tank.
I gotcha.
But I got something that'll help.
People are still going off the... There's like a picture of Baby Yoda that says only rich people can find a way to die on the Titanic again.
They really love their Titanic. They really love their Titanic. They love the rich people deaths.
Love his cars.
I do respect the people that are like, I say eat the rich every day, and I think that it was funny. At least those people are like sticking to their guns. However, like equally so, again, they don't really respect life at all, though. So it's like, well, I get the eat the rich thing, and good for you. You really are a moral person, but your opinion on like also when it happens to my people, it's a tragedy, is sad. Here's the one I don't understand. People are like, a millionaire can't possibly be ethical. It's like, really just a millionaire? You know, it's really not. I'm not saying that's nothing, but a millionaire could change the life of like 5 or 6 people before they're not a millionaire anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're talking about a millionaire like we're talking about like a 1950s millionaire, you know?
Like
hundreds of millions, maybe. Playing like shit right now.
Are we? That's fine. Are we officially? Are we officially at the point where Beavis and Butthead has outdone the 2011 one?
I mean, that's a matter of opinion.
But I mean, an episode count.
I don't know, Mr. Google.
Sorry, I'm looking it up.
Cortana. How many episodes of Beavis and Butthead were there in 2012?
11.
Cortana goes, nerd.
Nerd. Oh, it did beat it. Season 8 was 22, season 9 was 23. And we're in the season 10, so it's another 23. So it's doing better. It's cool that Trader Jan says Cortana's backup drive got formatted and replaced with Chat GPT. It is cool that Microsoft is like, we're just gonna take this Chat GPT thing.
Well, I'm pretty sure Cortana was their ruminations. They're like, oh shit, look at this AI stuff working. What do we use? Well, let's just market our Cortana thing with that. Makes sense to me, but then on the other end of it, people don't really care about Halo anymore. It's not as popular as it once was, so you know, you don't want to call it Cortana now. It has a negative connotation to it.
I don't feel as though did they overdo it with the Halo, or did they not do enough?
Nah, they just dropped the quality. Like Bungie stopped making them, and Microsoft didn't want to pay them to make any more, and then like Sony bought them or whatever, and you know, it's just mismanagement of an IP. Same old story you've seen 1,000 times with Sonic. And kind of Sonic the Hedgehog did, yeah, where they stopped doing what made people happy and started doing what they thought people wanted. It's like, you want big open worlds and battle royales, and you want this and this, and then they didn't like do it right. Like, so even if you did want that, you still got a shitty version of it.
Right. Man, I can't believe my face has been it hasn't stopped being my face the whole time. My mouth is moving. I think maybe I just talk enough that it goes like, I don't want to replicate your face motions anymore, Mr. Strictly.
Has anybody ever made fun of your name?
No, never once. Why? What could you,
okay,
what could you possibly make fun
one.
of? For Shickley, yeah. For
I can't rhyme
Shickley.
any curse words with that.
I can't rhyme a single one.
which is weird
I had
because I'm
someone
good
call
at
me
music.
Ryan Speaker one time, and I was like, that'd be a better name.
Ryan Speaker? Ooh, that sounds like a Tom Clancy character.
Ryan Speaker.
I want to like
my
Tom Clancy
favorite-
novels. I bet that espionage stuff is really fun, but you can pick one up, it's like 900 pages, and you're like, Jesus, Mr. Clancy. They still put his names on the games, even though he's dead. Do you think he like wrote the story for like 100 games and said, "They'll remember me forever now"?
This one will be 3D.
There's some really lame ones like Tom Clancy's Hawks, and it's like an air, like, you know, jet plane game, but it's HAWKZ or whatever. Hawks with this, I don't know.
Damian Wolf says Halo is what happens when people care more about making money than doing things right. It sucks when companies base development of their new IP installments on current trends. I feel that way about Sonic. What is it? Sonic.
Frontiers, I
Horizon.
think.
Yeah, Frontiers. Horizons would have been better.
I wanted to like that, but like when I'm playing the PC version and I can't see like 5 feet in front of me, that puts me off. But then I play like the game that it's like stealing from, the Nintendo like Tears of the Kingdom, and I can see stuff hundreds of miles away. I'm like, so they just didn't try, right?
Who did we hear it from that the reason why you can't have a bigger viewing distance is that they hard coded it into the engine?
I don't know, but that sounds about right.
They hard coded it so you could never see 10 feet past you.
Yeah, well, they probably hard coded it because they didn't intend to do any further work on it, so they just like put a staple on the end of it and went, eh, good enough.
Tom Clancy's Sonic Frontiers.
Oh yeah.
Isn't Tom Clancy the guy that Beavis and Butthead are always like whacking in their shed?
Kinda.
Look at my new video game.
It's about a soldier served in 8 foreign wars.
But he's also a hedgehog.
Now I need to hire my judge to play Sonic the Hedgehog as Tom Anderson. Be like, oh, there's a blue little hedgehog fella. Oh,
Look at that
him
blue
go.
little fella. He goes through the loop-de-loop.
Yeah, I just want him having
And he
fun.
doesn't stop. Oh yeah.
Nothing
Tom
bad.
Anderson
He's
has
just like,
some
this
fun
is
and always
great. I
funny.
love it.
There's something I really like about Tom Anderson that in the new show, you know how they're using like real people and kind of tracing them to make them look a little more polished.
Oh yeah. Well,
Tom Anderson.
They look like
so-
Metalocalypse
like-
characters, Brian. Have you ever seen Metalocalypse?
Yeah, they do look like Metalocalypse characters. They look like BoJack characters too, but like Tom Anderson still looks like Tom Anderson. He's
Yeah,
like
'cause
extra lumpy.
He's an OC.
He's so funny looking.
You ran into lots of old people like that, to where they're just lumpy.
They're just lumps. No, I have a family member like that like it's like if I want to put a flag with any kind of thing I want up there, it doesn't matter who it is or what it's for, I'm gonna put that flag up there. We're like, well, we don't care. Do whatever you want. No, you can't stop me. It's like, all right, Mr. Anderson.
I'm a rebel.
I'm gonna.
And everybody's
I'm
like,
a
yeah,
rebel.
no, we like that. Like, I'm against the system. I love it when rebels like try to rebel as hard as possible, and everybody around them's like, yeah. We look at this Crash Bandicoot level, Brian. Doesn't this look familiar? This is actually a mod for Half-Life that replaces Gordon with Crash Bandicoot.
That's cool.
And you just run around and spin into people while they shoot guns at you, and he's invincible, but you know.
It's a cool. It's the thought that counts. You could probably dodge. You could probably dodge enemy fire doing like the slide kick and crash.
Nah, it's all hit scan. You can't dodge shit in this game when if it comes from a gun, sadly.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah, you gotta hide behind things. There's no dodging. God, Geiger counters. There's two things in games in the background that really like freak me out, and that's heartbeats and Geiger counters. Because the heartbeat's like dup 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 dup. Then my heart's like, hey, wait a minute, that's me. And then my heart's like, I'm gonna go dup 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 dup. Then my heartbeat matches that heartbeat. I'm like, this is sad.
Power 50%.
Then with the Geiger counter, all I'm thinking, like, if I had a Geiger counter in real life and it was doing that, I'd be like, oh fuck, I'm well.
I don't want to be here.
Time to get a vasectomy. Because even if it still works, it ain't gonna work right. I ain't falling for your explosive barrel tricks. God, I'm exhausted. You know what video games teach me is how you'd actually be in a gunfight, because you'd be fucking tired, right? You'd be like,
so your adrenaline would kick in, and then you'd be tired.
Nah, you wouldn't even have any adrenaline. You'd just be like, actually, like, you know, unable to like think straight. Maybe your adrenaline would kick in a little bit, but this would be me if I was used to it, I guess. Yeah, I'll take it. Whatever. Got on body protection. I'm not going in there. It sounds dangerous. I'm gonna go this way. Oh yeah. Wait a minute. I thought this one looked familiar.
I want to play that Portal where like time is an element to it, but I think it would make me very mad.
I like puzzle games, but I like puzzles I can figure out, not like, aren't I smart? This is impossible. Like, yeah, you sure did build a fucking impossible puzzle.
This is a giant nightmare.
Grave Dudes wants a ginger counter. Ow! Not a lot of gingers in media these days.
No, that's true. You're a ginger and you get eviscerated by space Nazis.
Yeah, we got one ginger. I get to play a ginger.
I kill your character pretty brutally.
Which I'm happy for because I have a long-standing rivalry with the Irish.
There you go.
They can't decide whether to eat the potato or to drink it.
Why is it always the Irish guy that dies in the beginning of every horror movie?
A lot of people were like, you can't make fun of the Irish anymore. I'm like, yeah, I can. Watch this. I'm the leprechaun. Oh yeah, that was Mike Myers bit from fucking Wayne's World. He's like, I'm the leprechaun.
I'm the leprechaun. Stop it, Wayne. I'm the leprechaun.
That's where the Shrek voice came from.
They saw that one clip and they were like, we're gonna make a franchise.
Wow, yeah. Once you realize the origins of certain voices, it is funny. Yeah, Shrek's origin story is Wayne's World.
Well, yeah, but how about when he's in Austin Powers, right?
Morgan Kami Archer quote. Yeah, that was Mallory Archer who did that. Rest in peace. The Irish, they can't decide whether to eat the potato or to drink it. That's like, damn, that's harsh.
You want ants? That's how you get ants.
Yeah, that show's gonna have its final season, and you know what? They got to. Every show that team's worked on, the actors end up dying, and then they gotta like stop the show.
That's a big problem for them.
Yeah, they could solve that with AI. No, I'm kidding. That one actually made me a little upset. I'd be like, oh, come on, man, just end the show.
They made her run away to a secret place. And then used a note that Archer has to read so he can never hear her voice.
Yeah, they like had her voiceover in AI there. That would have been tasteless.
No, it would have been, but like, they had archival stuff they used.
Now, if an actor approves of it and says, yeah, here's the green light, please put me in AI and immortalize me, that's different.
But it's like, in what way would that be fun? And that's also what killed Arrested Development. I think they knew by the end that they weren't ever getting that movie they were questioned for. There's a whole season of that show where they're basically going, please give us a movie. And then by the end, they had to rewrite like the last 5 minutes of the show to be like, that's it. And then who's the actor again? Who's the mom?
Oh gosh, I forget her name. I only know her as Mallory Archer. My bad.
Yeah, Mallory Archer. God, she's funny. Let me look up the actor.
Actress, Brian?
No, now it's actor because there's no gender norms on. Just get with it, dude. Jessica
Yeah, I
Walter.
checkpointed into a wall.
Okay. Oh no.
Yeah, it's bad.
I'm going to possess your game.
Might have to no-clip my way out. Nope, I'm good. Okay,
I
there we go.
was gonna say, yeah, get out the command bar.
Every game should have a no-clip option just in case some shit like that happens. That should always be a cheat code you can have.
I think every Sonic game should have it.
Every game should have it as an option because it like fix or at least like put me where I belong. Like that should be a default feature of the fucking PlayStation as far as I'm concerned. Like the game should be forced to have it.
A keyboard command that pops
just a
out
button called like, you know, yeah, just reset on the controller though, not to reset the console, but to reset the character.
XY coordinate replate.
Yeah.
Relocation.
That should be fucking mandatory. That would fix so many games that are really, really annoying to play.
Creative Doof says Wrath of Cortex needs no clipping mode. It needs no clipping mode when you're climbing those. Do you remember in Wrath of Cortex you had to climb the monkey bars? And like you would climb about an inch an hour. That was the worst part of that game.
Man, I've almost completely forgotten those games already.
That's the Crash game where it's like all the models are really smoothed out and you're in the big VR hub and like you fight the same boss over and over. It's the evil Crash Crunch Bandicoot.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that's the most forgettable one. That one sucked.
Yeah. More of the same. Yeah, Damien Wolf, we said Jessica Walters. Thank you for looking it up or knowing it. But yeah, we said it.
I didn't.
I said it. Google
But you're
said
Brian.
The fuck I am.
You're the co-host. I just make your jar smaller.
My jar is smaller.
Or I should put us both in the same jar.
I'm like stacked in the corner.
Make it take up like, yeah, 75% of the screen.
Oh, we're like in a giant bong.
I'm gonna have to just integrate the jar into the thing that I use because I realize I'm stupid for not doing that and making the jar a unique item. However, in your case, it's a smart thing. In my case, it's a dumb thing.
Well, no, in your case, though, you're going to have to chroma key around the jar, which has transparency.
Ah, shit, you're right. Yeah.
That.
You're right. That'd be a pain.
I'm smart. Thanks, Decoy. I'm glad you liked the film. It took 9 months to animate, I think.
Yep, and 2 years to release.
And 2 fucking years to release while I worked on other stuff.
Took more time to release it than to make it.
It would take about 5 months to make another. Like way less time.
Yep, that's one of the nice things about animation. Once you get your production flow down.
Well, we have technology aiding us too. We've been using AI-assisted tools, so.
Also, everyone is, and if they say they're not just super duper lying to you. Super
Fuck
duper
it,
lying.
man. Yeah, super duper lion, man. Super duper lion.
Nah, people used to say you're not supposed to use tweens, you're not supposed to use rigs, you're not supposed to use Patreon, you're not supposed to be paid for animation. Now, Harry Partridge was a big proponent of that one. It's like, you're being paid to animate, you should just do it for free and live off your parents.
In fairness, Harry Partridge, if you saw him on Smiling Friends, he did the Ralph Bakshi character that's like the Hobbit guy. And they were saying like, yeah, we paid him about what you'd pay a guy to do a single scene. He did about 10 times the animation. He did it all on ones.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely not saying he's not talented. I'm just saying it's funny is all.
Oh no, I'm not correcting you.
Past attitudes on what was okay versus what's not funny among the creme de la creme of the artiste.
I'm saying that he took a massive pay cut and that it's not stable. Like he could not make a living.
That's true.
Is he living with his folks? Is that really what he's doing?
Is he doing what?
Is he living with his folks?
I don't know. I made that part up.
Thank you, Decoy. Okay.
Maybe, I don't know. His cartoon made it look like it was, like he was. He had a cartoon where his father came in to yell at him, so I could assume so.
Shut that goddamn thing off. I don't care what you do.
He made him
Get
vanish.
all those cartoons off of there. Yeah. Have you seen that Louis C.K. cartoon where he's exploring what animation is? And he's like, I can fly through space. I can forgive my father's passive-aggressive voicemails. I could be a pony. I could be a spaceman. I can forgive my dad for everything. That's one of my favorite videos.
Jerk off.
Yeah, I can forgive my dad.
Yeah, for all the things he
that.
did, he didn't mention that he could masturbate to it, which I find funny. You think that'd be like one of his main things?
It is funny that every bit Louis ever done is about jerking off, and everyone's like, "Wait a minute, what does he do?"
I only know him as the guy who jerks off.
I knew him as that before all the bad stuff.
Then he's talking about anime that he doesn't talk about jerking off. Something's wrong.
He just didn't want to play the same note over and over.
Is Andrew WK okay?
I'm gonna go to work now. Everyone have a lovely night.
I love calling him Andrew WK. Fucking kills me.
Andrew WK.
I like intentionally getting someone's name wrong who's famous because people get angry at you. They're like, no, he's actually world famous and he's won awards for how funny he is.
Oh, no. He's amazing. And I'm going to bed. Thanks for watching my movie Cave of the Space Nazis. Just Google that phrase. Nothing bad'll happen to you.
Yeah, you just type Nazis into your Google search. It'll be all right.
And the truth.
Yeah, the truth of the Nazis or whatever. I think that's what it's called.
If someone ever writes the truth, yeah, if someone ever writes the truth next to something, you know that you need to double check your facts.
It's pretty much just them saying, I'm gonna lie to you.
I got some less than ideal opinions. All right, good night, guys. Thank you for having me on, Hellbent.
Always a pleasure.
Woo.
Now I gotta get rid of his box. It's a pain in my ass, you know. Award-winning what? There we go. All right, now it's just you and I, chat. Louis C.K. sounds like a wrestler. There is a wrestler with C.K. What's with C.K.? What does C.K. stand for? Got Andrew C.K., Louis C.K., whatever C.K.
Power 40%.
It's weird that you'd like use your first name, then initial, last name, and middle name. Are those names that bad? It's like, well, I like Louis, but the C and the K are really bad. We don't like those names. Oh, I came in through here. Oh, good night, Smirky Trick. He's probably already gone. Yep, just me and my Spaz 12. Something to do with the boxes, I think. Oh, wait, a green button. I was gonna do a poll. I was gonna post a poll. You bitch. CK is how you pronounce his last name. It's not an English last name people struggle pronouncing. Oh. It's weird. You should have changed it. I gotta think of a doozy of a poll here.
Power 50%. Power 65%.
Shoot, I am muted. What the hell? How'd that happen? I gotta check on something real quick. Oh, it was what I was fun. Man, that must have been muted for a while. Well, anyways. Oh, it was when I was doing the poll. Okay, yeah. All right, that makes more sense. It's a hotkey on my keyboard, and it's / something I would generally never have to use, right? On the other computer, not this one. Even that fails now and again. Thank you. I thought you was lying at me. I thought you were having a goof on me.
Power 75%. Power 90%.
You're correct. By the way, Damien, it's good to see ya. I don't know what that is. Ooh. Yeah, it's definitely an off night for me, but I'm having fun. You know, one thing about streaming is I can have fun doing this when I'm having an off night. Where a lot of other things I've done, if I'm having an off night, I can't quite have fun with it. Like if I'm having a really rough day and it's like, here's some acting for you, I'm like, oh boy. To where if it's like time to stream, I'm like, ah, and then I get in the game like, hey, because I'm playing a video game, something inherently fun. I think people mistake fun and habit a whole lot. Like they're like, I love doing art. It's like you love completing art, and maybe at times you have fun, but it's still quite a bit of labor, isn't it? Wouldn't you rather just take a nap? The hell triggered that? RTC, I figure when Sweet Tooth was in the coffin, he just dug his way out. Fuck you! Aw. Hey, Diablo! Oh, really pushed me back for that one, huh? I need to get scammed out $1 million by buying crypto. This still reminds me of one of the most guilty laughs I've ever had. And that was when that Boogie guy, you know Boogie, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but he's like, I'm rich. And then, then he lost it all on crypto. So he like made a bunch of money on crypto and then he got fucked. He had to ask everybody to give him money because he fucked up on his crypto gambling. Now, like, I never want to have to ask you guys for money. I don't think we'll ever get to that point. I'd probably just die instead. That'd be more preferable. But, I would especially feel bad if I had to ask for money because I gambled. It's like, hey, guys, we gotta get a lot of subscribers going because I gambled all my fucking money away. Like, jeez. Come on, man. And the thing is, that happened well after everybody knew that crypto was bullshit.
I apologize, Dr. Freeman, but I'm sure you understand that I couldn't risk opening that door until you had scoured the area.
I mean, cleaned it.
This is the last entrance to the Lambda complex. Every other has been sealed off to contain the invasion. When we realized that you might actually make it here, we drew straws to see who would stay behind and let you through. Obviously, I drew the short one. My colleagues are waiting at the tip of the Lambda reactor. Waiting for you, I mean. The reactor is shut down right now, but you can activate it on your way up. You'll have to flood the core anyway to get into the teleportation labs. You're not authorized to know about those, but I can see you already know a great deal more than any one man is supposed to.
Yeah, I'm pretty smart. Damien Wolf says, look, I'd rather donate, lose $1 million supporting a single moms on stage than some BS like crypto. If you're going to use crypto for something, it's got to be for gambling, right? Just to get around, like, you know, it's mostly to just skirt around laws. I guess it's good for that. I'm of the opinion that gambling should just be legal all around. Ooh, that's a good poll. I like that one a lot better than the Will Smith one. There's a lot of you, a disappointing amount of you want fingers in your mouths. The reason I don't think gambling should be illegal is that there's already enough gambling as it is. Like, there's plenty of gambling all over the place. Like, there's so many gambles.
A colleague of mine is just a short distance ahead. He may be willing to donate his experimental weapon to your cause.
Like, there's people that flip cars and houses. Like, I'm going to buy this car, right? And then I'm going to repair it, and then I'm going to sell it for like 10 times its value if I can find a buyer. Like, that's absolutely gambling. And it's so gambling. Or I'm going to go on the stock market. Anything stock market. The stock market. That's totally gambling. 100% gambling. But, you know, you bring out a deck of cards, all of a sudden Uncle Sam has a problem with it. Hell, in the digital age, gambling's even better because they could check to see if you had the money before you even gamble anything, so you don't have to worry about, like, you know, losing your fingers.
Nothing to chaos theory?
Were you in weapons research too? I built the gluon gun, but I just can't bring myself to use it on another living creature. It doesn't appear that you have any trouble killing things. You can take her with you, but please promise to put her to good use.
Yay, gluon! Gluon gun's a fucking awesome piece of machinery and an absolute nightmare. Time to test it. Get gluoned. Glue on, glue off.
Lord, man! You know what you've just done?
Yeah, I do. I use the gluon gun. Look at these teeny tiny coffees. Japan wants to legalize gambling. Why not? I mean, again, in Japan, they got, what? Yeah, pachinko, to where, like, you win a pencil case, and then you take it over to a special store that will buy that pencil case for you for $20. So, like, when you win a pachinko, it's like, yeah, I won the pencil case, but what you're really saying is like, yeah, $20. And you can do that anywhere. They still do that in America. We got slot places like that, to where, like, You play a digital slot machine, you win a ticket, and that ticket gets you like a pocket knife, and then you go sell that to the pawn shop, and the pawn shop knows the person who runs the slot place and gives you a special price for your winning. Like, oh, you sure you want to part with that knife for $50? It's definitely not worth $50, right? It's a good system. And how could you ever work around that? There's no workaround for that. So if we're that good at like getting around the rules, why not just regulate it? It's like weed and hookers. It's like for everybody gets their hands on weed and everybody gets their hands on hookers. So just throwing people in jail is just a silly thing. I mean, I get it. You know, that's a way to try to handle it. Definitely the easiest planning wise. I'm not even a gambling guy. Oh, I have no desire to gamble. I might host some gambling. I guess that makes me worse. Worse than the gamblers, the proprietor. Oh yeah, this part. I just wish gambling was legal because I could see myself taking like $500 over a weekend and just doing a little bit of gambling. It'd be fun. Dog says, stop telling these people that. I need these people to be in my prison to make goods and services so I don't have to pay them much and make the big bucks. Yeah. There's a prison, I think, in Arizona that's about to shut down. They demanded 600 more prisoners. If you don't give us 600 more prisoners to put in our corporate-owned jail, we're going to go out of business. And then they'll have to go to the federal prison. Or the state prison.
Freeman, isn't it? Look here. You'll need to activate both pumps to flood the reactor. And then that access pipe down there will take you on to the core. Hurry on now, son. Time is short.
I like the actors in Half-Life. This and the original. All good.
My God, what have we done?
What do you mean, what have I done? Why are you always so amazed at what I've been doing? Okay, so I killed a Barney. He wasn't gonna do anything. Wait a minute. What's the point of coming in here? They don't do anything. Good night, Garg. Cowboy Preston, he questioned me. Oh, I'm not stuck in a wall. One of these things. No, I want to be up there. Ah. Oh well. I do my own version of Twisted Metal, but oh, I see, it lifts me up. In the real world, a Twisted Metal thing would be over very quickly. It wouldn't take much time. Oh, but it's dead. It can't swim. Like, I'm sure I gotta push that button down there, so let's just go and do that, I guess. Okay, I guess that's half of it. I like Half-Life and I like Dead Space because you're running around through all this mechanical bullshit and then monsters show up and you gotta splatter them. Something about running through an industrial complex and splattering monsters just feels right, you know? And that's my natural state. That's where I belong. Hey, split on gambling. Interesting. You know, it's okay if you disagree with me, by the way. I'm not gonna yell at you. Like, oh, you're so stupid, blah, blah, blah. It's okay to disagree. Ooh, I've shot miniguns in real life. My current favorite gun is the M4, which is like a Spaz 12, but like smaller, I guess is the best way to put it. The civilian version holds 5 shells, 1 in the chamber, so 6. That means 48 total pellets if you're shooting buckshot. And it's like a 12 gauge with basically no recoil to it. Well, no recoils would be wrong, but close to none. Like, you can fire one of those one-handed with a pistol grip on it. It's amazing. Oh, I would never go to a internet gun convention. Like, a gun show, sure. But not like, you know, PewDiePie presents the gun meet. Meet your favorite YouTubers with your favorite firearms. You're asking for it. Won't even be somebody who likes YouTube. It'll just be some psychos like, I just felt like it. It seemed like a good idea at the time. I already did pump station 2, so we gotta go pump station 1. Which I guess is this way. Shalom, sister A. I'll tell you this, I can shoot the M4 a lot faster than I can shoot the Spaz 12 in this video game. If I could give Gordon an M4, I would. go to the tank first, don't I? There we go. I wish I had one of these. This would be a great home defense weapon. The hell are they gonna do against the Ghostbusters gun? No, in fact. Yeah. And all that excitement, I forgot exactly where I'm supposed to go. And like the lever over here, yeah. There we go. Easy as motherfucking pie. Well, I like the make sure not to keep the gun loaded thing, but for some guns it's not a practical thing. Revolvers have what's called the cowboy load, and that's where you, which is funny as hell, by the way, cowboy load. I've had a lot of people taking cowboy loads in the day, but no, you leave the bullet in the chamber unloaded. That way you don't accidentally discharge it. In fact, you can take out 2 of the bullets and still leave 3 in. Make it where you gotta cycle the chamber once to fire it, which is reasonable. Or the shotgun, it's kind of easy to not pump the thing or prime it. You know, it's not a difficult thing to do, really. But with an assault rifle, I understand, because if something goes wrong with that, it can get really out of hand real quick. Because, if a home intruder, breaks in, and I gotta, put 30 rounds into a magazine, and then load the magazine, then pull the slide and get it going and all that. Well, by then I'm already dead, right? think keeping the gun unloaded is one of the gun safety advice things they have to put out there, just, you know, just for dummies. But, you know, if you're not like particularly stupid, then it's, you know, like, well, dude, just don't point it at your face and make sure to know where you keep it at night. This guy. As long as you're not living with anybody who likes to lick the rim of the gun or like just fiddles with things for no reason and digs around, likes to root around and dig around and stuff and like play with things. It's like, I'm alone. Time to play with whatever I can get my grab my little hands on. Yeah, obviously in that situation you put it in a safe. Or like sleeping with the gun under your pillow. That seems like you're asking for it. You can do better than that. There's smarter ways to have your firearm nearby when you're sleeping. You don't have to sleep with like loaded heat right under your fucking head every night. That's a bit much. Probably take a swim, Yeah. Don't call me that, dude. Then again, if you're okay with the gun under your bed and you know better than I do, you're probably going to be fine anyways. So I hate to criticize anybody on that. Yeah, you probably know what you're doing. Oh, it's this thing, my least favorite puzzle of all time. Oh, no. If I have to, I will look this one up. I hate this puzzle. Hey, Vic, I am the free man. Remember that fan fiction Half-Life Full Life Consequences? That shit was so good. They changed this puzzle up, which is a good thing probably. But why do I hate the original puzzle that was here? Because it's just a lame teleporter puzzle like we had in Doom. Ain't none we hadn't seen before. I guess it's been replaced with whatever this is.
Vital signs critical. Seek medical attention.
It's a pace breaker, these kind of puzzles. Like, you go through all that water bullshit, then it's like, all right, here's another one. Here's another thing to slow you down. Looks cool, though. Oh, thank God they got rid of that teleporter puzzle. That one really was awful. It's over here. Ow. I'll go back there, but do we got multiple pathways? Are we doing that? Nah. This is the correct way. He's gonna take up all the hev. Yum. All for me. Yeah, he was reaching. He was drawing on me. I had no choice, Damien. What was back here, though? Ah, lighter to nothing, just like a real place would have. You think I'm missing secret paths, but it's just like immersion wells. No, the puzzle is in the game. Ah, Marf. Oh no. Oh boy. No, last time that took me like an hour to solve. Let's check out these other rooms real quick. Oh, we can just go ahead and participate in it right now. Oh boy. Two, 4, 7. All right, I'm gonna have to remember that. I think that's the answer to the puzzle. Or it's LH7. Oh, it's 2, 4, 7. Later, Kai. Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. Hate this puzzle. Good night, Shadow.
Major fracture detected.
I'm getting crunched, Vic. This puzzle fucks my head in. I hate it. Crunched again. Damn it. Because it puts me out up there. Yeah! Oh, thank God I'm out of there. I hate that puzzle. Oh, mercy. It's not that bad. It's just not my favorite. Hey, fuckface.
this is the guy, huh? Thought you'd never make it.
Okay. It's me, the harbinger of death.
You finally found us.
So this is the guy, huh? Thought you'd never make it.
Oh, nonsense, Hunter. Nothing stands in the way of our errant knight in shining, high-impact reactive armor.
Guess not.
Right then. This way, Dr. Freeman. We've been expecting you. This way, Gordon.
Hey, don't look at me.
What you see before you is the supply depot for our first survey team. Quite a few handsome specimens were collected from the border world and brought back this way. Before the survey members started being collected themselves, that is. These readings have given us reason to suspect that there is an immense portal over there, created and maintained by the intense concentration of a single powerful being. I'm sure that you will know it when you see it. I am loath to say this, Gordon, but you must kill it.
Yeah, you better kill it. No ifs, ands, or asses about it.
Of course, you owe us nothing, Dr. Freeman. But you've come this far. You know as much about these creatures as anyone.
Enough to know that if you don't wipe it out, well, let's put it this way. There ain't gonna be much for you to come home to.
Yes. So if you're
Look at
ready,
walking backwards.
my colleague is waiting for you at the main portal controls. Dr. Steinman will open the gates for you. And don't let Hunter's brash attitude frighten you. We've all been a wee bit rankled since the incident. He'll equip you with the proper armaments for the task ahead. Do hurry.
I like playing with my crossbow. Ow. What's in here? See, these are genuine phonies. Just staring at some blue shit, huh?
There will be the pomp and circumstance, fit for a hero's welcome upon your return. Freeman! Well, I never.
Dr. Freeman, so glad you made it. I've brought a final accoutrement for you. This is the long jump module. I created it expressly for navigation in the world beyond.
Butt thrusters? All right.
I certainly hope you've received long jump training, because once you're in Zen, you will need it.
So,
No.
you're actually gonna go through with this, huh? You're braver than you look. This here's my personal collection. Best military-grade hardware this side of the Rio Grande. Grab it. Just promise me you'll put it to good use.
I always put the bullets to good use. I shoot everything that'll let me shoot. Get out of my way. Candy store.
Always look before you leap.
I would, but I don't know how to long jump. Oh, whatever. We'll figure it out. I thought it was like crouch and jump, you know what I mean? Oh, there we go. Oh, it's just double jump now.
Hello, Freeman. I'm up here. Practice your long jump if you must, but hurry up.
Long jump. Long jump.
All right, I can open the portal now. The process is complicated, and once it has begun, I must not be interrupted or I'll have to start all over again. Don't enter the beam until I give the okay. Understood? I will begin.
Sleepy Dog Zone is powered by blue shit.
My God! We've got a breach!
Oops. I'm fine, it's just a little radiation. I don't see no radiation. Son of a bitch. I really love playing around in there.
Let's go! Now!
Whee! Ooh, this is just a regular work day for me. Oh, it's the Doom 3 portal. They took out a Doom 3. That's nice. But it's a galaxy instead of blood. Paladin Warren says, reminds me of a Stargate. Yeah, you know, you're not allowed to make Stargates. The company that owns that gets really pissed when you do it. It's crazy how, like, aggressive they are about that. Ah, well, that's Zen. Well, that's it for you. Look, they fly around like critters from, like, Galaga. Should gambling be legal? 64% say yes, and 35% say no. I like those odds. I like those odds. Nah, it's 3 hours, though. Usually I don't have a set time limit, but today's, it's a late day. So I appreciate you jumping in so late on a Sunday to watch some Half-Life, Black Mesa. This is really good. Zen looks really nice. Looks like a modern game. And honestly, I heard Zen got fixed up, which is good because Zen did kind of suck. So, you know, better Zen would be nice too. Zen gets a little weird and, like, not a good way, more in a dumb way. Like, we ship aliens in barrels kind of ways. This looks more like some kind of natural habitat or unnatural habitat, but still like a habitat, not like, well, we have all this leftover code from the factory area. Can we put it in the alien area? It's like, yeah, sure. What could go wrong? Thank you, sister. Oh, I'm sleepy. I'm a sleepy guy. Let's see. You only got last second questions, I'll answer whatever. I don't care how offensive it is. Let's see. Call this select number if you have complaints. YouTube always has a complaint hotline. It's a comment system, but only the creators get to hear it. Nobody actually working at YouTube will hear a damn thing. Nah, sister, I don't have any pets, but, you know, I like to feed and take care of strays once in a while. I swear, half the cats I leave food out for definitely have an owner, and they're just coming to me for free vittles, but whatever. That's the deal. I give him a scrap of ham, I get to pat its head for like a couple of minutes, and that's a fair trade, and it says hello to me. Which I admit, I like that about cats. When you come home and they see you, like, it's you, hi you. They're always happy to see you. What's my option on Asian fried shit to America? 0. I dated a Chinese national before, and she was from the village. And I said, hey, the sink in the bathroom is a little fussy. You're gonna have to mess with it. And she immediately said, oh, I can poop outside if I have to. And I was like, oh, that's nice. Good to know. Won't need to do that, though. And that worked out. That was a fun couple of weeks for old Hellbent. Good times. How's my day? Not bad. Just, you know, it's just a work day. What are you gonna do? I know Sunday should be the day of rest. And I got plenty of rest. I got my solid 7 hours of sleep, went to work, came here, plopped my ass down, played some games. Brian stopped by. Not bad. I'd complain, but honestly, not having work is way scarier than being swamped. I'd rather like have no free time and nothing but work than nothing but free time and no work at all. Cause that's like, you know, like a monkey's paw's wish. Like, yeah, no work at all. And then soon you'll never have to work again because you'll be living out in the fucking wilds. You'll be living under a freeway overpass. And I like having a roof over my head, and I like having food and drinks and internet and Half-Life and video games and all these luxuries that I do not take for granted. Hell, I don't even take YouTube for granted, and people fucking hate YouTube, and rightfully so. But I mean, hell, it's a free platform, man. That's the way I view it. Like, definitely criticize them, but never forget that this is free. This is absolutely free. I still remember, I tried to get cable TV because I'm like, what if I did cable TV again? I'm like, oh, they got cable TV on Hulu, and it's the same as the cable TV at home, just do the internet. I tried it for 1 month because they had a month free trial, and it was awful. The only good thing about it is that all those like free cable, or not free cable, all those cable TV services with all the packages and all that, they do have like a TiVo in them. So you do get to see the shows the second they come out, but I don't have that, what do they call it, FOMO? Fear of missing out? Yeah, I'm not a FOMO, so I don't mind. It's like, oh no, I gotta wait a week for it to come out on the fucking streaming services? Shoot, at that rate, I may as well just pirate everything. Not that I would. That'd be wrong. But they're pushing us towards it, aren't they? Those commonly asked drinks, whiskey Coke, always whiskey Coke, or like rum and Coke, everything in Coke, like a vodka cranberry maybe. Fireball, they like Fireball. They used to like Jaeger bombs, I like Fireball, which is a lot easier to make since you don't have to, like, you know, use little Jaeger bomb cups or whatever. Plus we can charge more for Jaeger bombs now because, well, people just don't drink them as much, and frankly, they're kind of a pain in the ass anyways. Oh, but answer Sleepy Dog Zone's question, honestly, what's my opinion of Asian brides shipped to America? It's probably fucked up. I think anybody being shipped anywhere, like human beings being shipped and not like willingly getting on a plane to travel. Like if someone from another country is like, damn, I want to be an American citizen and I really don't mind being married to whoever just as long as I can get the fuck out of this country. That's fair. As long as it's their choice to get on the plane and go there. But if it's like, yeah, so I ordered her and she's got to do what I say. It's like, fuck, dude. That's fucked up. Am I gonna firework on the July? I'll probably just stay home. Don't get me wrong, I like the fireworks and all that, but you can only see so many fireworks shows before it's like, yep, been there, done that. It's kind of like these video games. This is very pretty. Like, look at it, it's gorgeous, but are you really impressed that much by it? Probably not. I mean, maybe a little bit. Somebody worked really hard on that nebula in the background, and it looks great. And all this. Like, this took a lot of time. And so did the fireworks, but The only time I like to go to the fireworks is if I know there's going to be free food, and we're in a recession right now, so there's not too much free food to go around. Also, everybody's insane these days, and big public gatherings are kind of spooky now, aren't they? Who asked what's my favorite drink? My favorite drink that's bad for me is the coconut Red Bulls. Those are really, really good. They do what they say on the can. They give you energy, you can drink them pretty quickly, and they don't make your breath stink too bad, like coffee does. I do enjoy coffee, though, but I kind of reeled off of it because, man, like, you get up in the morning, you have your breakfast, you brush your teeth, and then, like, you know, at work you have your coffee, and then you're like, oh, man, I went through all that effort with all the Cool Mint and all that bullshit, with my Listerine, and my Colgate, and my Oral-B and all that, and then I just ruin it with a big old cup of coffee. Right? I'm kind of amazed about the white monsters, the Zero Ultras. Those leave like no smell on your breath, which is concerning. Like, that's how you know the chemicals in that are fucking bad for you. It's like, it doesn't even like leave a trail on your breath. It's just pure whatever the hell it is. I need to see a chemical breakdown on what exactly those drinks are. Those seem like, it's like some, I think, okay, if you told me that the Monster Energy Zero Ultras were like a government-made drink released to the public to try to get people to like do extra hours, I'd believe it. Like made in a government lab or something. Lazy Boy says more for the health benefits of brushing your teeth. Not the Cool Mint part. All the minty shit doesn't do nothing for your teeth. The minty stuff's just there to make your breath smell good. That's what I'm talking about. Like, sure, I can get like some baking soda toothpaste and regular Listerine without the Cool Mint in it, and you know, get the same results as I would if I drank a coffee later. You know, it's the same thing. I don't like coffee because I have to, like, if I want my breath to be minty after that, I have to like use a breath strip. It's cost money. Like, well, damn. I don't really care about having perfect breath, you know what I mean? I get it, like you're gonna eat lunch and your breath is gonna smell like a turkey sandwich. That's just the cruel world we live in. But I've gone to meetings with people to where they've had like breath that you can smell like across the table, like a good Like 10 feet away, you can smell like the decay in their mouth. And you're not supposed to make fun of it or mention it because it's offensive, but it's like actually like debilitating stink, right? Like just this awful mouth rot, halitosis smell. And I feel bad if it's a medical condition, but you know, most of the time it ain't. And it's like, damn, dude, you haven't brushed your teeth for fucking like 3 weeks, and you're in a government job, and you're talking to me about like responsibility. It's like, but you don't brush your fucking mouth out. Ugh. Think about it. There's people that like masturbate more than they brush their teeth. That's disgusting. The world's gross. The people in it deserves cleansing fire or something. Or maybe like cleansing toothpaste. You will brush your fucking teeth. I will make you. I hope when I'm dead, my skeleton has all its teeth in it. I'm like not one of those embarrassing skeletons with missing teeth. Got all my choppers. I feel like that would make my skull more collectible. Every time Sleepy Dog Zone, I run into somebody with like especially stank breath. I think of like a fish tank that hasn't been taken care of. Just awful, awful, awful stuff. I like the ambience in Zen, by the way. It's actually kind of nice, except for Gordon plucking the strings of his crossbow. It seems like you're asking to discharge it. All right. Oh, geez. Somebody who said they worked on Vigilante 8 replied to me playing Vigilante 8. Yeah, I guess he did work on it. Wow. I hate to not believe people. You know what I mean? Like you'll hear, I worked on Vigilante 8, and then it turns out they didn't. But, yeah, there's a fair chance. They say they live in Stinktown, California, so it checks out. Well, I'll have to just take him at his word. You know, it's way better to take people at their word for stuff like that, because they only embarrass themselves if they're lying. But they're telling the truth, telling the truth. I'll say this, though. When it comes to people who have worked in the gaming industry, I ran across more liars than truth tellers, so it makes me suspicious every time somebody says, I made this. I'm like, okay. Half the time it's a psycho, you know what I'm saying? I think this guy's legit, though. We'll give it, I'll give my howdy. And if you're listening right now, Goodrich Games did good work on Vigilante 8. I love Vigilante 8. Great game. Has some problems, but it's a great game. All right. I'm bumbling, I'm rambling. Before I leave, I'm just gonna jump off this for fun. It sends you right back. I like how Slayer's X handles it. They just have like a little video of the character going, ah! I gotta test one more thing. Where's my glue-on gun? Here we go. Oh, they're invincible. Boo! I should be able to shoot these things. Oh yeah, I forget this gun's unlimited. I should have used this more. Oh well. Alright, I'm done. Thank you for watching. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for chilling out with me late at night to play some Half-Life. We'll be back probably Thursday Maybe Wednesday, who knows? I've been streaming on my off days rather frequently lately, but I'm gonna try to take Monday off. If all goes well, we'll just see how my night goes, whether I'm tired or busy, or if I just can't, if I'm restless. If I'm restless, we stream. That's how it goes on off days. But yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I am not here generally, but Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday I am, so hopefully you can join me for those days. We'll be back with some more stuff like Critical Depth and Twisted Metal. I got Vehicular Combat on the brain, as well as shoot, I don't know, just whatever, we'll get there. Anyways, I'm out of here. Thank you for watching, thank you for chatting, thank you for clicking like on the stream. I appreciate that very much. Thank you for voting on the polls. Thank you for lurking, all you folks that are lurking. I appreciate you too. Hope you all have a good week. Thank you for watching, thank you for chatting and all that, and thank you for the tips, Poet Finn and Sleepy Dog Zone. I appreciate your generosity very much. Thank you for buying my energy beverage today. Y'all have a good week. We'll see you again soon.